Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. I am Crystal, the Crystalline Priestess, and today we're going to be having a look into each one of the zodiac signs and what this Taurus partial lunar eclipse has in store for you, what you're going to be releasing and what you're bringing in with this next moon cycle. Essentially, eclipses are a big deal. I feel like this moon is a big deal, so I thought I would go through each one of the zodiac signs and sort of get messages for everyone. I want to say that this, if you don't know your rising sign, because I'm going to sort of be doing it off rising signs, but if you don't know your rising sign, that's fine. You can watch this for your sun, moon, and your rising. I just feel as though your rising might be the most accurate, but you know, if you don't know what that is, then that's fine. Just go with your sun, moon, whatever sort of speaks to you. I feel as though your intuition will guide you towards the messages that you need to hear. So yeah, that's pretty much that. There will be a song for each one of the zodiac signs, so make sure you also check out your songs at the end of the video. And yeah, let's just hop straight into it. We are going to have a look at what this full moon in Taurus partial eclipse has in store for you, my love. So I will see you there. Oh my goodness, Aries, welcome to your reading. Okay, so listening to your song, I just got like full goosebumps. That was like so fun. I just got in the best vibe. So Aries, this is exciting. So any Aries risings out there, you actually have this full moon activating your second house of value, possessions, money, you know, just the things that we really, the tangible material things that we surround ourselves in life, our assets and things like that. So I think with you guys, I pulled some astrology cards. We have Black Moon Lilith coming out. Underneath that is Jupiter, abundance. And we had North Node, life's purpose, as the card that popped right out for you. So this is really interesting. I feel like for you guys, Aries, you are having your abundance activated over this Taurus full moon. It's Taurus anyway. Taurus rules over the second house. The second house is money. So I feel like you guys are getting a little bit of a revamp when it comes to the way you're viewing your assets, the way you're viewing your wealth, the way you're viewing money in general. I think for you guys, it's been a bit of a mystery for a bit, especially for my Aries risings out there. I feel like it's been a serious mystery how you can maybe create enough abundance for yourself following in the path of your North Node. So, you know, everyone has a different North Node, they're all in different signs, but essentially this, for you guys, this is really feeling like it's activating your purpose in life. It's pushing you in a particular direction. So I find that really cool. The Black Moon Lilith coming out makes me feel as though it's been like a little bit of a taboo thing. This has been something that's like, it's been difficult to navigate because there is that mystery there. You see how dark this card is? It's sort of like trying to like figure out, what can I do? How can I invite more abundance into my life? How can I receive that abundance, and how can I sort of move in the direction that my soul is calling to me for me to move in, but also be able to like receive and continue living my life as a human being, because it can be really hard. Like, it's one thing to be like, oh yeah, it's cool, I want to go be like a famous musician, that's awesome, I'm just gonna go do that, but I have no idea how to fund myself in the early days. Like, it's kind of like this mystery I feel like is going to be revealed, because this new moon, full moon, is happening in the 8th house in the actual chart of the moon itself. It's happening in the 8th house. The 8th house is opposite to the 2nd house. It's the money we share with others. It's different people's resources. It's intimate relationships that we have with others, essentially. And it's sort of going down deep into the depths. And so I feel like you guys are going to be like having some mystery around your finances kind of like elevated, which is really good. Like, oh, I know what you guys have been going through is all I can say. That it's so difficult to navigate financial issues in this current climate that we're living in right now, and the way the world is. Like, a lot of us can't even actually physically get jobs if we don't have this. You know, it's a tough time. So let's have a look at what's going on for you guys, Aries. What are you going to be releasing? What are you bringing in? What's the dealio? Oh God, I love to see that. I love to see that. That's great. Okay, so we have, first card out for you is the 3 of Pentacles, which means that you're definitely going to be working with someone, working with other people. just essentially working with others in general to move in a direction that actually makes you feel really inspired, passionate, high vibe, you know, exciting. It's exciting energy. I feel like there's something coming up for you with this full moon that is going to kind of set you in the direction of your life's purpose. Essentially, there's going to be a lot of happiness. Like, look at this 10 of Cups. You guys are going to be feeling really, really good. So you have at the bottom of the deck as well this 10 of Swords with the High Priestess, both in reverse. I feel as though, wow, 5 of Pentacles underneath that as well. So you guys have definitely been going through some financial hardship, or just feeling like you don't really like what you're doing. Like, you just don't like what is sort of surrounding your experience when it comes to wealth and prosperity, and trying to sort of like follow in your passion. Because with this Knight of Wands and with this North Node, I can really see that you're trying to move in the direction, plus this 10 of Cups, in the direction of what makes you happy, like what brings your soul alive. So this is spending time with people. I think that for you guys, for sure, there seems to be as though a feeling as though it's like a connection with someone. Say you meet someone, or you just start talking with a friend and they have a really good idea, and you guys sort of just realize, hey, maybe that like could make us some money. Like, this is sort of feels as though putting your creativity into action and building on it and creating something that is essentially going to end up being really fulfilling. Really, really fulfilling, guys. Wow, look at that. Queen of Wands. That is that Aries vibe. That's you, Aries. Confidence. Having confidence and faith in yourself that you're moving in the right direction, and that you can actually receive. I just heard receive to the capacity in which you're willing to give. So it depends on how much you're giving, Aries. It depends on how much you're willing to actually like share your magnificence with the world, with other people. Because the more you share yourself, the more you open up, the more you talk, the more you express, the more you work alongside other people and share your creativity, the more happiness you will feel, see, experience all around you. This 10 of Swords in reverse is back again at the bottom of the deck, and it's asking you to sort of release the burdens of heartache and betrayal and pain and suffering that you've been through in your past. This moon, to me, feels as though it's an activation for us all to get a little bit more connected to our sense of self-worth. Taurus rules over self-worth. It's self-love, self-care. If you've ever noticed, a lot of Taurians, sun, moon, rising, Venus, they really, really like to take care of themselves. It's all about that self-care, you know, the hair mask and the face mask and the healthy food, like food in general. Taurus is all about loving on yourself. And with this Queen of Wands, you're going to be extremely attractive. The more you care about yourself, the more you're nourishing your actual human vessel and just loving on you, the more you're going to attract other people, and the more you're going to attract people directly correlated to you moving in the direction of your North Node. Some of you might literally meet someone that helps you to move in the direction of your soul's calling. Yes, look, the Devil in reverse, Aries. I am so happy with this energy. Y'all are making me excited. That's right, your song as well, Risk It. There's a risk that you need to take, and it's a risk that sort of but it requires you to come out of your shell a little bit, to be a little bit more bold. You know, Aries, you are bold as anyway, you know. I think it's important for you to harness some of that fiery energy within you and just sort of, you know, you're the ram. You just ram through whatever's in your way. So, no, you're not the ram. Are you the ram? Yeah, you're the ram. Capricorn's the goat. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Capricorn too, because we have this devil energy here. You could be releasing a Capricorn, or just be very sexually attracted to a Capricorn. But yeah, this is, maybe some of you guys have had this, oh, look at that too. We have Mercury, the Magician, at the bottom of the frickin' deck, Aries. I think you guys are really going to be not so afraid anymore of putting yourself out there and going in the direction of, you know, what you truly, truly want, because it feels like there's been a lot of mystery surrounding, like, what do I do? I don't know which direction to sort of like go in. This Devil in reverse is saying like you've been stuck in some sort of negative time loops that are keeping you, that have previously kept you from like being able to express this big, beautiful, bold light that you have. And the Magician is calling upon you to like step out. See this Queen of Wands and this Magician? Oh, look, the Empress, Aries. Look at this energy over the moon. This is going to be a freaking good moon for you. See, the astrology of it's a little bit like, I don't really know. But this is why I love tarot, because I feel like, oh my god, there's just cards everywhere. Look at this, Page of Cups. That one to jump out too. Page of Cups, Two of Cups, because it's different for everyone, you know. Just because it might be a bit of a hectic energy surrounding the moon doesn't mean that everyone's going to experience it the same way. You guys are going to be getting offered something. I feel like for some of you guys, it's literally like a business offer, or it's a friend, someone that you know, that is coming forward to sort of say, hey, I kind of want to start this thing with you, or I think this could be a really good idea. Or for some of you guys, it could even be relationships, because now we have this King of Wands at the bottom of the deck who's literally staring directly at this Queen of Wands, you know, divine counterparts. He's in the, well, no, I screwed that up. That's how it was. He's in the reverse staring at her, and she's kind of staring off in the distance. So for some of you guys, like, you might have someone that sort of reaches out to you and from the past, or, you know, just someone random that reaches out to you and is kind of interested in you. And I sort of see you as though you're not quite looking towards them. I think you're more, at this point in time, I think you're actually feeling really committed to your glow up, to your vibe, to your life's purpose, and to taking good care of yourself, creating an abundant life that you can genuinely be proud of, where you can take care of yourself and love on yourself, and, you know, take yourself to the spa, take yourself to the nail parlor, you know, those little things that we think really aren't so much the big things, but they kind of are. Six of Wands is recognition, you know, there is recognition here. I think this is going to be a good mood for you guys, Aries. I really do. I love it. I love the vibe that's coming out for you. Now let's get a message from your ancestors before we wrap this up. What do you have to say for Aries? Ancestors, what do you got? What do you got for Aries? Druid, hold the space. Yeah, because you guys, I think you've been a little bit in, like, I don't want to say hermit mode entirely, because it doesn't feel like you've been like completely like hiding away from society, but it does feel as though you've sort of been like going through your own awakening healing journey. I'm seeing this crystal there illuminated at the top of the card, sort of saying like you've been trying to like find your own inner light within. I think this week is going to like have you come to the realization that your light does live within, that you actually are so much more healed than you realize, that you've done so much healing, that you should be proud of how much healing that you've done, and that you're actually going to start gaining recognition, as well as, you know, finding genuine happiness with this Ten of Cups in just, you know, being who you are. Holding the space means like, even if you're going through a tough time, even if this moon seems like, oh, things are a little bit hectic, look at all these cards around you. It's saying that it's pushing you in the direction to so much abundance. It's pushing you in the direction to your North Node, your life's purpose, the reason you're on Earth, essentially to like in another life. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to make these too long. I could chat for hours, Aries. I could just talk about this for hours, but we're not going to. Make sure you check out your sun, moon, and rising signs, and check out your song as well, because there is usually extra messages in the songs. I find the songs are actually really like key to some of these readings. So that is what I have for you, my love. If you want to book a personal reading with me, all the information will be in the description box below. I love you so much, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye. Hi Taurus. Okay, wow. So my goodness, as soon as I started getting up in your energy, as soon as I put on your song, I got so emotional. I felt so much. I feel as though you guys have been going through a really tough time for probably a long time. I feel as though for you, Taurus, the feeling I got listening to your song, and it's funny because I don't actually listen to Nickelback all that much, but I swear to God, whenever I do readings, Nickelback songs come on. So if you don't like Nickelback, then sorry, but that's your song. But essentially, oh my goodness, I was listening to it and I just felt as though what's coming for you this moon is this understanding about the way you feel and how much you have healed already. And you know, this, it still feels like there's a little bit of a journey to go, but oof, I felt as though it's like a feeling of being saved. And what I was getting, and it's interesting because Pisces came out, and Pisces rules over imprisonment, prisons, feeling trapped, feeling stuck. I felt as though in your past you have literally felt as though like you've not wanted to exist inside your body, like you haven't wanted to be here, like you're trapped inside yourself. It feels as though like very very intense energy. And I don't want to trigger anyone or anything like that, but that's just the vibe I'm getting. Is just, it's been really hard for you, Taurus, and I really, really get it. I really, really get it. I'm a Taurus moon, so I freaking feel you. Taurus, since Uranus hit us in Taurus, it's been insane. So the cards that came out for you was Venus, Love, Cancer, I feel, and at the bottom of the deck we have Pisces. And there's that Mercury as well underneath that. Oh wow, with Taurus underneath of it. So yeah, this moon's intense. Oh my god, Scorpio under that. That's the axis. How funny. But yeah, so I feel as though you've been trapped in your own mind for a long time, Taurus. And what's happening now is you're coming into feeling. I feel as though you're coming into your body. You're coming into this realization that you have healed so much more than you've realized. That you are actually feeling love again. Venus is love. It's value. It's really beautiful. Really beautiful energy that I'm feeling from these cards. I feel as though like you're feeling in love, and possibly even with yourself, possibly even with life and spirit, and connecting with the world around you. This feels like it's almost like a remembrance of how much you do love life, essentially. Like in your heart, you really do care, you really do have so much love, but it's almost like what you've been going through has created this disconnect with you, where you feel as though you don't want to give love, sort of thing. And it's just been a really tough time, because I think for you guys especially, you've been through a lot of issues when it comes to love, and trying to believe in love still is something that can be really difficult when we've been hurt so many times. So this moon it's also, for any Taurus risings out there, it's activating your first house of self-love, coming into the self-understanding that you are a beautiful being in your own right, that you deserve to have what you want in life, that you deserve to feel your best, that you deserve to be happy, that you deserve to have people around you that genuinely care about you and that love you. It's really important. So yeah, this moon feels really healing, is pretty much what it feels like for you guys. It feels really healing, Taurus. Wow, okay. Four of Swords in reverse, Four of Wands in the reverse, but that's interesting because the Four of Swords definitely feels like an energy that could be out here as well. Ace of Swords wanted to jump out. So yeah, this is a breakthrough in realizing how much we've healed from past hurt, past trauma. Things not working out for us, wishes not being fulfilled. Literally, for some of this, it's literally relationships that didn't work out and that have had us put our walls up, that have taught us the power of healing, that have sort of made, I'm saying us, it is, because this applies to me as well. Like I just said to you guys, I'm a Taurus moon, so I watch these readings as well. And I feel it. Wow, Empress under there, that's you. I see Empress energy as Taurus vibes, you know, depending on the spread, but yes. So far, I'm only into my second reading, but it's going to be a good moon, I think, for a lot of us. It's going to be a lot of breakthroughs. We have the sun, so what this is telling me, yeah, the world at the bottom of the deck. Okay, guys, everything that hasn't worked out in the past, all the pain, all the suffering, all the hurt, all the, you know, you've been knocked down so many times. You've had so many experiences with people, even with yourself. Like, just, it feels like not being able to find a solid relationship, not being able to find a solid sense of like understanding, not feeling like you can connect with people, not feeling like things are working out for you. This is changing. This moon, this eclipse is here to change it all. It's here to bring the sun. It's here to bring joy. It's here to bring happiness, inner child healing. This world is talking, wow, the King of Wands underneath that, and the Three of Cups. So, you know, this is enjoyment. This is celebration, celebrating how powerful you have become, how you've literally taught yourself to stand on your own feet now. You've been on a journey with this Hermit. You've literally had to release relationships that were not equal, were not reciprocal. Jobs even, like it doesn't have to just be relationships, but anything in life that wasn't reciprocal, that wasn't benefiting you, that wasn't helping you become who you're meant to be in this life, that's all being released now. I think you've been moving, like you've made changes, Taurus. You've had to release people, you've let things go, and then you've been sort of stuck in the aftermath. The Pisces in the mind, you know, trapped in your own mind, wondering, did I do the right thing? Am I on the right path? Am I crazy? What's going on? And essentially this moon is here to remind you, you're on the right track. You've been in the right place the entire time. Your dreams, your wishes, your hopes, your dreams, they will be fulfilled. But the cycle has to come to an end. You know, it takes time. Life takes time. It takes you time to move through the major arcana. You have 3 major arcana cards out here. It's going to be a big deal. You know, I think for some of you guys, you could even be... For some of you guys, you might actually be entering like new friendship groups. I'm seeing for some of you, it's literally like moving into a direction with people that are like more high vibe, people that are happier, people that are more fun, people that are more on the same wavelength as you. And like with this Cancer, I feel love. You want to feel people that love you. You know, you want to be friends with people that like genuinely give a crap about you rather than just pretending to on the surface and things like that. So this moon is really, really helping you to heal from, I really feel like this 4 of Wands and this 9 of Cups in reverse. Like, it just feels as though something that you truly wanted, something that you really wished worked out, something that you really hoped for, that you prayed for, that you loved, that you cared about, that didn't work out and that caused you to move through an awful lot of healing. Like you've been on your own healing journey, and I think I said before, this feels like a really very healing moon for you. So, you know, what's healing is the fact that you're finding happiness again. You're finding joy again. And my nose is getting itchy now. So for some of you guys, it's really resonating. But, you know, it's finding the light at the end of the tunnel. That's what this moon feels like for you guys. It's getting that passion back and that fire and that strength and confidence and courage. For some of you, it is even... you know, when it comes to your work or your studies or your business, you're feeling proud, you're feeling connected, you're feeling like you could go the whole way. You know, like this is convincing or reminding you that you do have what it takes, and that self-belief is the most important belief that you sort of can have. It doesn't matter if everyone around you believes in you. The question is, do you believe in you? Because, this is really getting someone because it's really getting my nose. But, you know, it doesn't matter if everyone else thinks you're amazing. Do you think you're amazing? Because no one else's opinion is ever going to be as valid and as relevant to you as your own. You know, it's great to feel loved by other people. It's great to be able to rejoice in good friends and have fun and feel loved and cared for by the people around you. But if you don't care for yourself, then you're not attracting people that actually genuinely care about you either, because you don't hold that vibration within you. But... you know, you're basing your self-worth upon other people. This is about feeling genuine love for yourself with this Cancer and this Venus. Genuine self-love, genuine happiness, genuine inner child healing. For some of you guys, it is going to bring up inner child things that need to be held, you know. Relationships from the past, your family dynamics, like all that sort of stuff. It's coming up because it wants to be felt, understood, heard. Freedom. You want freedom. Your little inner child wants to feel free, happy, expanded, wholesome, loved, cared for. You guys are going to be going within yourselves a lot. You could even be meditating over this full moon with this Hermit and this Pisces energy, meditating a lot, and sort of like could even be doing inner child healing meditations. You know, just meditating on the person that you're becoming now and releasing the person that you were in your past. Bottom of the deck is Peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. Yeah, because I think for some of you guys, you wanted something so bad. You wanted it so bad. You wanted it to be right. You wanted it to be the right relationship. You wanted it to be the right job. You wanted it to be the right friends. You know, you wanted it to be the right something. But it wasn't. And that's totally okay. Oh my God. Wow, that's interesting. You literally just got like the same thing as Aries. I forgot to mention to Aries that this was at the bottom of the deck, but they also got Druid. So for some of you guys, you have a connection with either an Aries, especially with that King of Wands, could be dealing with an Aries, or you have this somewhere else in your placement, this somewhere else in your chart. You could also be dealing with a Cancer or a Pisces. So with Air Guardian, shift your perception and hold the space. That's what's going on, Taurus, is I think you're holding the space within you. You're like, Druid is very similar to this Hermit. It feels as though someone that's willing to go within themselves and to do the self-work that needs to be done in order to bring them into peaceful harmony and balance. you know, within themselves, because it's like I just said to you before, it's not going to happen in anybody else. It doesn't matter if everyone thinks that your shit don't stink. If you think your shit stinks, then your shit stinks. Like, it's pretty much as simple as that. So, Air Guardian, shifting your perceptions. You're not going to be thinking about yourself in the same way. You're going to be thinking brighter, happier, healthier thoughts, which is really, really good. Hold the space. Even if things feel a little bit difficult, keep holding on, because you know in your heart you're on the right track, that you're in the right way. You know, you're just doing the right thing. It's pretty much what I'm trying to say. So, I love this energy, Taurus. I'm so stoked for you. I'm stoked for myself too. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. I think that there is genuinely going to be happiness for you this week and over this full moon, and it's going to activate a cycle of deep healing within you. So I love you so much, Taurus. I hope that this was helpful. I hope it resonated. Let me know in the comments. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that in the description box below. Check out my website, crystallinepriestess.com. And yeah, make sure you check out your song as well. Unless you don't like Nickelback, Taurus, then check out another one of your signs songs. Because a lot of people don't like Nickelback, and I think y'all are crazy. I love them. But anyway, I love you so much, and I will see you in another reading. Make sure you check out your sun, moon, and your rising sign. So farewell, my love. I'll see you in the next one. Gemini, oh my god, you guys, I swear to god, if my mascara runs because of you, I will come for you. You guys made me cry as soon as I got in your energy. The second I put on your song and started shuffling your cards, I just started freaking crying. Okay, I have something I need to say to you, Gemini. For Christ's sake, for my god, you are beautiful. Can you stop questioning it? Can you stop always thinking that other people need to validate the way that you look and feel about yourself, because it only matters about the way you feel about you. I just told Taurus this. This moon, I suppose it's in Taurus, it's self-worth. This is coming up. For my Gemini risings out there, this is happening in your 12th house. The 12th house is ruled by Pisces. It's the deep depths of you. It's the subconscious. You know, I feel like for you, Gemini, some subconscious stuff is coming up. You're feeling what you've been ignoring. Void, of course, moon missing. I feel like there's a missing part of you. There's something that's missing, and it's that self-love. It's the understanding that you really are beautiful, that you really are so much more magical than you allow yourself to believe, Gemini. You're Gemini, come on, like, you guys are the crazy mofos. Can you love yourself? For crying out loud. You got the 3rd house coming out, which is your house. You rule over the 3rd house, Gemini. Messages. Void, of course, moon missing, and Scorpio, I transform. Wow, with your destiny underneath that. Okay, so, you know, 2nd house owning underneath that as well with life north node. So you guys, you're being called into your destiny. You're being called into your, you know, the path that you're supposed to walk in this life. And I think the thing is, you're going to be, especially with you guys having your 12th house being activated, oh my goodness, you will be receiving messages about transformation. So open up, listen to your guides. If you guys have ancestors, spirit guides, you know, whoever it is that you talk to, God, source, spirit, whatever you say, all names are welcome. I give no Fs. But essentially, talk to them, open up, because the thing that's missing is that you guys, look, I'm doing a Gemini. Sorry, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. But essentially what's missing is your communication. You know, you rule over communication, Gemini, but you're not always really very honest, are you? Not honest in the fact that, like, you guys are honest. You're the truth. You always speak the truth, but honest with yourselves, or even honest with everyone. It's like, it's not that you're dishonest, it's that you don't tell everyone the whole story. Scorpio tells me that you guys, you know, you're deep. You don't sort of like to come off weak, Gemini. You like to come off as someone that is put together, that doesn't feel, well, I hope you can't hear that noise. I might turn that 1 second, because I feel like you guys can probably hear those really annoying workers out there. Not that they're, you know, they gotta do what they gotta do. It's all part of it. I'm also sorry if you just saw my butt, because I'm wearing short shorts. You're lucky I was wearing pants at all. Okay, so Gemini, can you please start paying attention to the messages that you receive, especially through music, through songs. Listen to music this month. I feel as though this moon is asking you, it's calling for you to transform the way you feel about yourself, and you've got to really be honest with yourself about why. you feel a particular way. You know, do you have sibling rivalry? Do you have issues with siblings? You know, are your siblings trying to tell you that you need to be, that you should look a certain way? And I only say that because the third house rules over siblings. So some of you guys, like, you know, it's a transformation when it comes to how you view yourself as, and, you know, the way other people will view you will change with that. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter what other people view you as. Like, if you want to just change up your life right now and go transform and move into the direction of what actually feels like it's calling to your soul, and everyone around you is like, what the hell, man? Who cares? Go do it anyway. Because then you're going to find friends. You're going to make friends with people who are on your same page. If someone's not on the same page as you, then, you know, that's just the long and short of it. It's not really anything deeper that needs to be explored. It's just, okay, well, we're sort of going in different directions. I'm going to go in this direction, and you go in that one, and it's fine. So the first card you had was, this makes sense, you know, Eight of Swords in the reverse. This is you releasing such toxic beliefs about yourself, such toxic thoughts. Like, that's why I started crying when I was listening to your song, because it was the feeling of spirit literally almost crying with me. I don't understand why you don't see yourself the way you are, you know, and it's just, you're so much more beautiful, and you're almost getting me like tripped up. Like, I can barely even speak, because it's almost like I just want you to know how beautiful you are, and how much you're holding yourself back with your self-limiting, self-doubting, I literally just heard self-annihilation. Like, just the thoughts that really keep you feeling stuck, you know? Confidence, guys. You need to see the truth of yourself, and the truth of yourself is so much more beautiful than you've allowed yourself, or that you've ever really believed, to be honest. Like, your energy is kind of like, it's getting me all worked up in a way, and I'm finding it like it's difficult to communicate, which I think is that void of course moon that's coming out. Like, it's difficult to sort of like put to words exactly what it is that's being felt right now. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, because there are so many options, Gemini. There are so many options. You got so many different hands in different buckets, you know. There's just so much going on, and I find it really interesting. Okay, for some of you guys, this has to do with a relationship. Look, we have the King and the Queen of Wands. The King of Wands is upright. The Queen of Wands is in reverse. So it's almost like, for some of you guys, the Divine Masculine is staring directly into this unhealed part of you, and it could even be like bringing stuff up like this. For some of you guys, it could be like masculine family members. For some of you, it's literally like a masculine partner, and they're sort of like bringing up the way you feel, like reminding you. It's like almost like, for some of you guys, this moon could bring up everything that you've been ignoring. And it's Scorpio, you know, Scorpio energy. We still have the sun in Scorpio, you know, and it's gonna bring stuff up. Plus, the moon is happening in the 8th house of Scorpio, so this is bringing things out of the depths and throwing them in your face, which is, this void of course moon missing makes me feel like you haven't even realized maybe how much your lack of self-love, self-worth has actually been affecting your life. Queen of Wands in reverse, it's a lack of confidence. It's not viewing yourself as the magnetic, beautiful being that you are. And, you know, Queen of Wands is usually in the tarot, it's the most beautiful of the queens. So like I said when we first, and listen to your freaking song, because you are so much more beautiful than you think you are. You are so much more radiant. And, you know, there are compromises that need to be made within yourself and with the people around you. But in particular, you need to, and I don't want to be telling you guys what to do, but this is just the what's coming through, and I trust it. You know, I always go with just the way that spirit brings things through me. I don't try and, you know, get in the way of it. I just let what comes out. So, you know, for some of you guys, it's making a compromise within yourself to not think the way you do anymore, to not feel about yourself the way you have anymore, to start really like doing things differently. And I think a lot of you guys, like, there is inner conflict. I'm not even seeing this so much as like a big fight or a big argument has happened or is going to happen. It's more so feeling as though it's like little petty things that build up over time, and it starts to like really bother you, and it's you needing to communicate yourself, you needing to open up, you needing to express yourself. And with this 12th house activation, it's bringing that out. It's bringing like a new level of essentially like spiritual understanding through for you guys, because I think you're transforming the fact that maybe you haven't been as focused as you'd like to be, Gemini, which I know can be really difficult because, you know, you're Gemini, you can kind of be all over the place, you're the twins. So, you know, this feels like coming into balance and harmony with your other side of you, Gemini, like your other twin. Loving on your other twin, like it's kind of like maybe you like the part of yourself that looks good, but maybe you don't like the part of yourself that, you know, isn't always the most articulate, or, you know, like just wherever that fits. Like maybe one side of you, like you like one half of you, but you don't like the next. This is you needing to like come into balance and integration with both sides. And I think it's going to really help you guys in relationship to other people. I don't know why relationships are coming up so much for this full moon, but they are. Relationships are really being highlighted. And it could be because we do have this full moon happening in the 8th house in the chart. And so the 8th house is really, really deep, intimate relationships that we have with others. You know, it's the connection that we have to like deep, intimate connections. That's why it rules over sex and, you know, money as well, like finances. This is the money access that is being activated right now. And for you guys, Gemini, I feel as though you're not feeling quite as confident in yourself. Maybe your partner is sort of like killing it and everything's going really, really well, and it's sort of like leaving you feeling a little bit like, like I just can't quite get my shit together the same way my partner can. Like, why is it not making sense? You know, put it wherever it fits. Like everyone's going to have a totally different experience through this. But essentially for you guys, Gemini, it just really feels as though like listening to the messages that are coming through you, like I'm really feeling as though your guides and your angels and your ancestors and they want to speak with you. And over this new moon or full moon is a really, really great chance to do that because of that 12th house activation. So let's have a look at what your ancestors want to bring up, want to say to you for this full moon. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Medicine guardian. Oh my god, I can't speak, Gemini. Just saw 1111 on the camera. So 100% angels are with you. You have so much love surrounding you, and you know, be open to the healing journey, because you guys, you need healing. You need healing more than you think you do. And I think this moon is making you realize that, you know, like I said before, Taurus is self-worth, and that's what's kind of going to be highlighted for you, is like, how do I feel in comparison to the people around you, to the people around me? Yeah, and even this could be like comparing yourself to siblings as well, like seeing like, oh, well, my brother's got like, you know, he's 30 and he's got all this done and I'm bloody 32 and I've done half of it, you know, like just stuff like that. And this is like needing to transform that judgment that we have for ourselves, and to just like really, really honor you, honor the sacred within you, honor what you need, and love yourself, Gemini, please. So bottom of the deck is Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of reflections coming up for you over this moon. You're just going to be thinking a lot, you're going to be feeling a lot. Think you could be in your head a little bit too much and just feeling a little bit confused and all over the place, but it's happening for healing. You know, it's happening so that you can help yourself. It's happening so that you can see maybe where you've been going wrong. Where have I been putting too much energy into my partner? Where have I been putting too much energy into the opinions of others? Where have I been putting too much energy into my work? You know, where have you been putting too much energy, and where have you not been putting enough energy? Where have I not been have I not been putting enough energy into the way I take care of myself? You know, have I been sleeping enough? Have I been resting enough? Have I been going out and enjoying my life enough? If not, it's time to start. So that is what I have for you, Gemini. I could go on forever, but you know, I'm not going to, because we'll be here all day. So I love you guys so much. Take care of yourselves, love on yourselves. Make sure you listen to your song, because your song got me so emotional. Oh my God. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that through the link in my description box. Head to www.crystallinepriestess.com. Yeah, make sure you let me know if this resonated and all that jazz. I'm always here to talk to. So yeah, make sure you also check out your moon, your sun, moon, and rising signs. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a beautiful, happy Taurus full moon eclipse. Bye, Gemini. Hello, my Cancers, welcome to reading. I want to say sorry if you can hear any beeping outside because there's construction workers constructing work around me. So yes. Anyway, I feel like you guys are feeling a little nostalgic, Cancer. I do. I feel like you guys feel nostalgic. Oh, I forgot to actually have a look at where this will be activating. Cancer, 11th house. Okay, interesting. So, you know, 11th house is Aquarius energy. It's your friends, it's groups, it's social circles. So you guys, I think as though there's an element of nostalgia to like old friends, old family, you know, old relationships, old lovers, just things of the past really feel as though they're coming up for you. I think you guys are like thinking pretty deeply on like maybe even how you've ended up where exactly that you are right now. Saturn Truth coming out. It actually came out in the reverse, and I don't always read these cards in the reverse, just sometimes it pops out to me and I go, that was in the reverse for a reason, because I was meant to read that in a particular way. So it came out in the reverse and I felt as though it was sort of for a reason. It's like a denial. I think in your past you've sort of tried to like deny the truth, Cancer, and I feel like that's because you're so, you know, you're so caring, you're so loving, you're such a gorgeous sign, that I feel like you can really sort of like keep the truth at bay because you want things to be a certain way. You want things to be beautiful, you know, you want things to be what you desire. Like, you know, the fire element, desire, you want things to be how you feel you want them to be. Faith in the reverse, yeah. It's almost like sometimes, Cancer, you have too much faith in the wrong things, wrong people, wrong situations, you know, and not so much that it's wrong, it's just because I don't so much think like, you know, there is the whole like, is there right and wrong even a thing? Well, it depends on how you perceive things, it depends on who you are, it depends on your life. But essentially, it just feels as though you've put your energy into things that didn't always benefit you. And with Saturn coming out now, this is truth. This is things coming to the surface. Like, you need to see things for the truth of what they are. So this full moon is going to probably really activate within you and shine some light on your friendship groups, on your social circle, on who you are as a person and how you show up in relationship to the people around you, and you know, in the collective. Who are you as a person in the collective? You know, are you someone that fights for human rights? Are you someone that gives no shits? You know, like, just, I think what needs to happen with you, Cancer, is like clarity and getting clear on your desires. Like, who are you? Who do you desire to be in this world? Saturn is asking you to get true with yourself, to get honest with yourself. Angels are coming in and saying it's time for you to get honest. Literally, get honest with yourself, because, you know, there are situations that you've been in your past that have continuously kept sort of, I feel like knocking on the door saying, hey, I need to be looked at. Hey, I need to be looked at. Hey, I need to be looked at. And you haven't really quite taken it in. And now Saturn is coming out to say, well, I'm going to show you. I don't care if it's going to be more painful now. You're going to see what you needed to see all along. It's like, no matter how much we avoid the work's got to be done at some point. You know, it's got to happen. I'm sort of like thinking like, you know, with taxes, like, we don't want to do our taxes. We don't want to get it all done. We don't want to put in all the effort and blah, 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 especially if you're doing your own taxes. You know, it's a pain in the ass, it's effort. But if you know, it's not something that you can just keep putting off, because if you keep putting it off, you're going to end up with a big fine. You know, you're going to end up with things a lot worse than if you had just dealt with it at the time. So, you know, don't let your taxes pile up, as well as don't let, you know, situations, things that need to be healed and dealt with, keep piling up to the point where you go, holy crap, now there's so much that I need to heal and work through that I don't know what to do. Where do I start? You know, wow, look at the bottom of the deck. Three of Swords. Cancer. You're thinking too much. Oh, no, I don't want to say you're thinking too much. I don't like to tell you guys that you're doing too much of anything or whatever, because, you know, who am I to say? But I just feel as though don't tell me that is, I thought that was the Six of Cups. I was going to go no fucking way. Eight of Cups in reverse. Eight of Cups in reverse. There are things you need to walk away from. There are things like heartbreak, like that heartache that we literally just saw then. Heartbreaking situations. They don't even have to be from recent times, you know. This could be, some of you guys, it's a father wound. 100%. King of Pentacles, it's a damn father wound. You know, it's releasing releasing the fact that you've held on to this for so long, you know, Saturn, truth, you're seeing the truth and you're desiring to move through that. Page of Swords, yeah, that's literally not wanting to spread the truth, not wanting to see the truth, not wanting to speak the truth, wanting to literally ignore the truth, not wanting to see things as clearly as they actually are. You know, this is not having the clarity of, oh my God, wow, with the King of Swords now too. Yeah, this moon, it's going to be getting you clear, my friends. You're going to be getting clear. We have two kings out here. There's a lot of masculine energy. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups, which definitely, you know, that feels like your vibes. What's underneath that? I'm getting nose itchy too, so it's definitely relevant for some of you guys. Yeah, this has been a burden. You've been holding on to it for a long, long time, and you haven't been planting your seed somewhere else. You've been living in this unhappiness that I feel as though it comes from being in the wrong circles, being with the wrong friends, being with the wrong people, even family. Like sometimes, just because we're born into a particular family does not mean that, you know, we need to like unconditionally love them and let them just like walk all over us. This is about speaking up. If you need to tell the truth somewhere and say to someone, F off, do it. You know, do it. It's time to be done. Saturn is essentially, I talk about this a lot of the time, but Saturn is like that hard father, you know, and you got father energy coming up a lot here. It's that hard, harsh lesson in life that we wish that we could just skim over and, you know, get straight to Jupiter and be like, oh yes, oh, there's abundance and blessings, it's all great. But no, we're going to go through Saturn. We're going to go through, like, all of these planets. All of them have relevance. We can't skip any. We can't miss any. We can't just ignore anything anymore. And Saturn is making you see clearly. Speak up. King of Swords wants you to speak up. Instead of hiding behind... I don't want to say hiding behind. I'm hearing hiding behind a facade. So like putting on a mask is pretty much the thing. Like putting on a mask and pretending that you're fine when you're not, and you know you're not. You are an emotional... depth. You have so much emotional depth, Cancer. You're holding too much. This 10 of Wands, you know, it's being tired, overburdened, overworked. There's too much. You're trying to work through it all the time. Or not work through it, but keep continuing on without working through it is kind of what I'm trying to say. Like, it's almost like walking around with a huge gaping wound, a huge hole in your side because you got shot, right? You got shot, Cancer. You've been shot, you're walking around with a huge wound, and you've just decided to, you know, just chuck a bandage on it. She'll be right. Yeah, it's all good. It's that kind of vibe. Like, you can't just cover it up and pretend that it's not there because you're going to bleed out eventually. You know, it's going to come up. It needs to be dealt with. And, like, I don't want to be, like, harsh or anything because I feel like I'm, like, cracking the whip again. But Cancer, some of you guys need that whip cracked because you're so... I feel like you remind me of Taurus sometimes, and... You know, Taurus and Cancer, I feel like you guys love your comfort. You love your happy place. You love your special, you know, your little zone that makes you feel like you're all good and like you can put the rest of the world on hold and ignore it all. Even Taurus can I see this a lot. I feel like Taurus can really be addictive as well. We think about it as being Piscean energy, but for me, I see it as Taurus as well, and King of Pentacles rules over Taurus. So like we can get addicted to status, we can get addicted to money, we can get addicted to sex, we can get addicted to drugs, we can get addicted to alcohol, we can get addicted to tarot readings on YouTube. I've been there. We can get addicted to essentially anything, and it's kind of like, you know, using those addictions, using those things as a way to ignore the truth that needs to be told, that needs to be put out. Even like, for some of you guys, it's like literally standing up to family members or standing up to someone that like holds some sort of like relative authority over you and say, this dynamic has to change. 6 of Pentacles. There needs to be equal and reciprocal balance. There needs to be equal give and take, you know? It's just really important that you start to like speak this truth. This King of Swords, look how stoic his face is. Like, he's like, I will tell you what I need to tell with. I do tell you, I give no shit whether it hurts your fucking feelings or not. And, oh my God, sorry, I'm swearing. But like, that's the energy of this. It's like, I'm just going to say what I need to say. It's weird. It's like, you guys just really need to like speak without fear, without care. So what if you offend someone? We're always going to offend someone. We're people. We offend people, you know? People offend people. It's just a thing. So love is in reverse with the Four of Cups. I think this is you no longer blocking your blessings by blocking your passion, because you're firstly caught up in the past with thinking about things that didn't work out, but you're also just purely denying yourself the magic that spirit has to offer you, because you're not being passionate. You're not allowing your desires to like, this is the thing, this desire is also coming out because it wants you to get passionate. This love is in reverse is saying you are not passionate enough about moving on, about your own life, about no longer being in this. See, when he's upright, he's literally sitting there. Spirit is gifting him a cup and he is melancholy and he does not care. He is just ignoring it. His arms are crossed. He doesn't want a bar of it. This is deciding that you want a bar of it. You want this truth to be spoken. You need to speak up. Cancer. It's all about speaking up. You know, if someone's treating you like shit, tell them. Just tell them. The worst thing that can happen is that they disagree with you and, you know, you get into a little argument and then you learn that they're never going to change, and then you move on. You know, it's not quite as simple as that, but you get what I mean. Like sometimes you just gotta open up and screw it. I don't care. Warrior underneath that. Like be fearless and stand strong. Be fearless. That King of Swords, he's fearless. He doesn't care who he offends. He's going to tell you how it is, straight up. King of Pentacles wants you to commit to that. Okay, so, bottom of the deck, once again, you have Warrior. So this is definitely your message. Be fearless and stand strong, you know. Your ancestors are asking you to be strong because you're the one to heal your bloodline in your particular way. You're the one to change things. So you need to be strong and fearless, and you need to walk. Look at all the darkness that is in this card, you know. It's a really dark card, but look at how bright and light and like highly, I keep hearing highly empathic, and there's moon under that, so like highly, like it's just that you feel so much, Cancer. It's you're feeling, you feel so much, and you know, it can be hard for you to want to like hurt people, or not even hurt people, but say it how it is, because you don't want to hurt people's feelings. This is saying, speak up, do it anyway, hurt people's feelings, whatever, it's fine. No, but like, you know, obviously don't be a douche about things, but have some self-love and speak up when you need to. Dream and Journey is the card that came out for you. So, you know, your dreams are trying to tell you a lot. You might be having some vivid dreams, especially around this full moon. This full moon is asking you to connect to your dreams, to your desires. What do you want? What are you passionate about? What do you love? What are you ready to step into? Because you want things that feel reciprocal. Whether it's jobs, relationships, money, any of those things, you want something that feels as though it can actually be reciprocal and that you can receive it. And especially, like I said, 11th house activation for you guys. It's all about the friends. It's all about the social circle. Who are you investing your time and energy into? And if they're not serving you, then cut them out. It's well and truly time, okay? So that is what I have for you, Cancer. You guys went a little bit longer than everyone else, but we just had to like hone in this message, didn't we? So yeah, that is what we got. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful Taurus full moon. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that in the description box. Head to my website, crystallinepriestess.com. Let me know if this resonated and all that sort of fun stuff. And yeah, we will check you out in your next reading. Make sure you do watch this for your sun, moon, and rising, and you also check out your song, because there's always extra messages in your songs. Okay, so that is it. I love you. I want to call you Taurus. Some of you guys have Taurus things going on. There's a lot of like, ugh, I just keep thinking Taurus. Weird. Anyway, Cancer, I will see you in the next reading, Cancer. I love you. Farewell. Hello, Leo. Welcome to your reading. So, okay. I think you guys are overthinking. I feel like you guys are definitely overthinking. I feel though as though you are being called over this full moon to really cut the negative self-talk, to cut the negative thinking, to cut through the back and forth. You know, you have Gemini come out, and you know, this is just back and forth energy that it's giving me. Like I'm watching these two people sort of like, almost like a tennis game, like. So yeah, I found that really interesting. You kind of got 2 songs, but I'm only going to link one of them because it wouldn't be fair to everyone else. But if you want to check out your second song, it was My Stress by NF. And yeah, that's why I sort of like, just before I started filming, that song came on after your first song, and I was like, huh, interesting, hasn't that happened for anyone else? But I definitely just feel like with you guys, Leo, particularly because Leo, risings especially, you guys are having a 10th house activation, which is your career. You know, it's the most visible aspect of your chart. It's where people see you. And so I think you're trying to like change things up, definitely move in the direction of a career that brings you more love and harmony and is something that you actually really enjoy about your routine. But I think essentially for you guys, it's just the biggest key is that you guys, it's funny because, you know, people don't think of Leos as like feeling that differently because it's all about like royalty and all that sort of stuff. And your first song was on point to that. But you guys are really deep. You really do, you know, you're regal, you care. You know, a king can't be a king if he doesn't care about his kingdom. There's just no real point in being a king if you don't give a crap about the kingdom. So for you guys, like, you give so much, you really do care. Bottom of the deck there is Venus, you know, love. You have a lot of love that you want to share with other people. And the vibe I was getting from your first song especially was that people have not in their past recognized the royalty that you are. I found it like really funny that you got the song You Should See Me in a Crown when you're Leo. You know, you guys are born with the crown on. Like I just said, you're royalty. So I think in your past, like, people haven't been able to like understand just how special you actually are, Leo. And I feel like what this moon is bringing up is, and because it's Taurus, and I've said this for everyone so far because it's come up for everyone, Taurus is also co-ruled by Libra with Venus. So, you know, it's that self-love, self-care, self-worth. Venus does correlate as well to like, what do we love? What do we care about? For some of you guys, it's the thought of like expressing yourself and talking and having fun and like being in flow. And, you know, just having like genuine fun conversations with people. And I think I just get the vibe. I want to call you Gemini then. So some of you guys are definitely dealing with Gemini too, because you did get Gemini coming out. But, you know, some of you guys have just had so much on your plate, I feel, that it's stopped you from like having enough time to care for yourself. And what this moon is bringing about is like, you've got 6th house coming out. That's routines, like your everyday things, the things that you do every day in order to like build your life essentially. So 6th house things are going to be brought up. You think you're going to be thinking a lot about a new routine, but creating a routine that you love, because with your 10th house being activated as well over this moon, it's kind of like, what do you need to change up about your routine in order to create a lifestyle that you love, one that you know, you enjoy your work, you enjoy what you do outside of work. Like it's thinking long, hard and deep about that. It's really questioning it, looking at both sides of things, dissecting it, taking a good hard look, because, you know, I feel as though you guys want to be doing something that has a little bit more recognition, that has a little bit more legacy, that you love a little bit more. You know, it's not that you want, you know, because I don't like to see it as though like, oh, well, if you're, you know, if you just work in a supermarket your whole life, then you're not achieving like recognition or anything like that, because it's not true. Like, it depends what you want, man. I remember when I was a kid, my dream was literally, I wanted to work in a surf shop. I was like, when I work in a surf shop, I'll be happy forever. So, you know, it's like, it just depends on what you want. We don't all need to have these big, like, vibrant things. The thing is though, Leo, I think the reason I'm bringing this up is because you're Leo and you kind of want a little bit more of that, like, you know, bedazzle. So what can you do in your everyday life to create more bedazzle, you know? Begin it internally so that you can start to receive it externally. So, and that's the thing, this moon's going to have you thinking a lot. It's going to have you really feeling into what it is that you love. You're going to be thinking about, well, how can I, oh, I love that. Ace of Pentacles. How can I receive more blessings? How can I open myself up to material gains, to, you know, self-worth, things that really connect with my soul? Oh, yes. Some of you guys have been dealing with a Scorpio. Some of you guys have been dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces, but I heard specifically some of you guys have been dealing with a Scorpio. You could have been in love with Venus, with a Scorpio. Oh, we've all been there, haven't we? Those down Scorpios. I'm just being silly now. I don't know why, your energy is making me feel a bit silly too. I don't want to take them. Okay, last card we have 4 of Cups upright, bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. So this moon's interesting. I feel like it's contrasting. Like on the one hand, it's bringing you into so much self-love and like activating you into like moving into the next level. On the other hand, I think that things are going to be brought up. You like it could be really emotional for you guys. You could maybe even like, I heard breakdown in my head. So if you guys are going to have a breakdown, look at it and think of it as a breakdown to break through, because breakdowns don't have to be a bad thing. You know, sometimes our cars break down and it's the best thing that ever happened because we realize there was something wrong with it. Breakdowns teach you that there's something wrong that needs to be fixed. So what is it that you need to be fixed? Temperance. She's coming out and saying that there is moderation that needs to happen here. It's almost like with you guys, Leo, you want to just jump into things and you want things to be like perfect straight away, but it takes time. It takes healing. It takes balance. You guys will be healing a lot over this moon. I feel as though with this King of Cups and this 10 of Cups in the reverse, this definitely feels like things haven't worked out with people. I feel like for some of you guys, it's definitely love. Like it's definitely a relationship, possibly with a water sign. But you know, it doesn't have to be, obviously. This is just the energy. So, you know, you could have really, really cared about someone. You could have had even friends, you know, really, really cared about someone, and they kind of let you down, and it's left you feeling a little out of sorts, a little bit upset, a little bit like, oh, you know, like even having some late nights. And that could be the thing too, is you're having too many late nights. Moderation. Are you going out too much, Leo? And I nearly just called you Libra. So some of you guys could be dealing with a Libra. I have it somewhere else in your chart. But are you like going out too much and blocking your blessings because, you know, instead of focusing on what you want to do career-wise and creating that and choosing a routine that will sustain that, are you just sort of wasting your time? Are you just going out and doing fun stuff all the time instead of, you know, enjoying, well, not enjoying, you're enjoying yourself too much and not like sticking to some of the responsibilities that you have in life? Not that you can't do that without joy, because you can do that all with joy. You know, life is how we choose to live it. So how are you choosing to live your life? I feel like there's been a lot of stress on your plate, and it could have caused you to have like a lot of negative, dark feelings for quite a while. This moon is trying, it's literally an opportunity. Ace of Pentacles is one of the luckiest cards in the tarot. This means that luck is on your side. The moon is trying to bring forward to you healing, balance, restoration. It's trying to uncross those arms, you know, and open you up once again, because you got the 4 of Cups out here, you know, you got the King of Cups in reverse with the 10 of Cups. That's some emotional dissatisfaction right there. You need to find something that emotionally satisfies your soul, and in particular, it has to do with your job, has to do with work. It has to do with the little things that you're doing every single day, and you got to think long and hard about this, because it's gonna, you know, it's coming up, and you can't ignore it. It has to be dealt with. If you just keep sitting here and ignoring the cups, like, look at this. See there, he's got a hand of spirit offering him a cup. Here is the hand offering a pentacle. You're trying to be offered an opportunity from spirit to offer you something material, something physical, something tangible, but as well as something that's emotionally fulfilling. So that's what it's kind of all about for you guys. I feel like this moon is really going to bring just a lot of thought to light, a lot of things. Oh, wow, cool. Okay, this was in the reverse. So, Sun, enjoy success and happiness. The potential is there. You guys can be happy. You know, you guys rule the Sun. Leo rules, or the Sun is ruled by Leo, however you say it. But, you know, you guys are bright, you're radiant, you're such a good vibe. Everyone loves to be around a good Leo vibe, come on. But if your sights aren't set high enough for yourself and the life that you want to create, well then, like, what's the point? You know, everyone else may find you fun to be around, but if you don't feel good inside, and if you're not having fun with yourself, then it's just kind of futile. Set your sights higher. This is it. Like, you're not thinking highly enough for yourself. And that's the thing, Leo. You guys are royalty. Think big. Think bright. Think brilliant. What do you want? You can have it, but do you believe you can? Do you trust that you can? Do you trust in the universe to provide? Do you trust in your angels? I don't think so. I feel like you've been blocking your blessings a little bit, Leo. So essentially what I want to tell you, this full moon, it's going to bring everything up. You're gonna have to feel it so that you can heal through it and deal with it. There is light at the end of the tunnel, you know. There's always, what do they say? It's darkest before the dawn. You know, I think dawn is coming for you because it's been a really rough few years for everyone, essentially. Like every sign that I do readings for, everyone that I do readings for, everyone's going through something in their life, and it looks different for everyone, but it's difficult nonetheless. And so for you guys, Leo, I just think it's all about coming into so much more balance and harmony within, you know, yourself. What do you need to do to change? Because I think this is about like, what can you change about your day-to-day life, your routine, that's going to bring about a lot more success, a lot more fun and freedom and abundance, essentially. So that is what I have for you, my Leos. Make sure you check out your sun, moon and your rising, and let me know in the comments if it resonates or whatever. Just speak up if you want to chat. But yeah, if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that in the link in my description box. Head to www.crystallinepriestess.com and you can book through there. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to say about that. Have a beautiful Taurus full moon, partial lunar eclipse, and also don't forget to listen to your song because you have a song as well. So I'll see you in the next reading, Leo. Take care. Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your reading. So, okay. Interesting energy with you guys, Virgo. So I was listening to your song and I got this kind of feeling as though you're falling in love with something. You're falling in love with, I'm not even getting to that it's like a person. I feel like you could even be falling in love with yourself, Virgo, but you could be falling in love with your own sense of stability. You know, this could be like, I think Mars coming out with force is really interesting because your energy sort of, as soon as I got it up into it, it was a little bit like weird. And your ninth house is being activated over this full moon, particularly for Virgo risings, but I nearly just said Sag risings, so interesting. But, you know, this is kind of that like deep philosophical kind of energy where you're like thinking a lot and like, you know, feeling a little bit more adventurous and excited and maybe even willing to like learn and grow. And I feel like maybe you guys could be like falling in love with the thought of growth in general because you had solar eclipse revolution come out. So like I feel like this moon for you is going to be essentially like a revolution. It's going to shift everything up. It's going to force everything to change. Your stability, I think, is going to be completely overhauled in a complete brand new way. Which is not surprising at all. You know, we have this full moon in Taurus happening in the 8th house in the chart, and that is completely and utterly the money axis. You know, Taurus is your own value, your own money, your own assets, and the 8th house is essentially like what we share in intimate relationships with others. So this is completely being revamped for you guys, Virgo, and it kind of has like this ethereal quality about it, where it just kind of feels like it doesn't make sense, but it's just like kind of rolling with it. I don't know. It's really, really interesting. Queen of Wands. Getting a lot of like similar cards for each of the zodiac signs. Like it's clearly we're all very much like going through some collective things. So I'm going to get one more card, but essentially, ooh, there we go. Oh, cool. Okay, so you guys are no longer going to be sitting on the fence, not sure about what direction to move in, what choice to make, what thing to do. You guys have been pondering on a choice, and this choice is going to be forced to be made over this full moon. And you're going to choose love. You're going to choose love, hands down. Whether that love is for someone else or it's for you, I feel as though it's mostly for you. Some of you guys are literally going to be like maybe walking away from a situation, from a romantic relationship. You're going to be forced to like shift up and change your stability because, you know, I think this could have even happened to some of you recently in the past, or it doesn't have to be like super recently. This could be within like the past year, 2 years. Like recent is relative. But essentially with this Tower in reverse and this Eight of Cups, I really feel as though you guys have been through your Tower moment. You have had the Tower crumble. This is you rebuilding afterwards, especially because we have the Queen of Wands and we have the Emperor. That it's very fiery energy, very much Aries energy. Some of you are definitely dealing with an Aries because we even have Mars out here. Mars rules Aries, and is ruled by Aries and Scorpio. So for some of you guys, like, you are literally dealing with an Aries, or you have Aries in a prominent place within your chart. But this is like rebuilding, you know, changing things up. I think what's coming up for you guys, Virgo, is just how much you want to let the past be in the past. Let things change. Let life move on. It feels as though, are you guys mutable? Yeah, you're mutable. You're not fixed like Taurus sort of thing. Taurus is like that I'm staying here energy, whereas you're a little bit more fluid. You can shift and change and like go with the flow a little bit. And I think like your stability feels as though it's been ebbing and flowing a little bit, you know, like it's been not as consistent as you would like. And I feel like you're walking away from that now. Like you're literally walking away from situations that didn't feel like they were like really honoring your sense of stability in this world. Wow, 2 of Cups. Everyone's getting this 2 of freaking Cups. I don't know what the hell. I suppose it's the 8th house. The fact that this moon is in the 8th house, because that talks about our intimate relationships with others. Some of you are literally 100%, you're walking away from a relationship, or you're revolutionizing that relationship. So it's almost like the Tower's crumbled. You've had your huge fight. You've had your falling out. You've had your breakup. You've moved on. Now you're in the process of rebuilding that. You're forcing yourself to look in another direction and to walk in another way, essentially, like literally like, I'm just going to walk off and do my own thing. It doesn't mean that you have to particularly leave the relationship. You don't have to like forget the person entirely, but the way of being has to change. The stability needs to be focused on. This is going to bring about a focus on your actual stability. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Things are, you know, they're shifting, they're moving. I think things are going up for you now. The Wheel of Fortune can sort of like, you know, it's always turning, you know, the wheel never stops turning. It's going and going and going. And sometimes we just have to ride with it. Sometimes we just have to let it go, let it flow. And sometimes our stability will be up, our finances will be up, and sometimes it'll be down. And I feel like for you guys, you're trying to like revolutionize the way you feel about that. Like, yeah, okay, not being so obsessed with needing things to be like perfect, or needing things to be always consistent, you know, same thing every time. Like, oh, I need to make like X amount of money every week, or like, or even, you know, me and my partner need to do this, otherwise, like, you know, we're not good couple goals or whatever. Like, you know, that's a silly example, but you get what I mean. Confidence. Walking away from what was not serving you into confidence. The Emperor, you know, this is creating stability coming out with the Emperor. That's serious stability. The Emperor has the stability. He represents the father in tarot, you know. The father is looked at as stability. It's the protector, it's the provider. So I think you're learning to actually provide for yourself with this Queen of Wands. You're learning to have the confidence to rely on your spiritual gifts, to rely on your spirituality, to rely on just like your creativity, even what lights you up as a human soul. Not feeling so like, oh, that's not possible for me. Feeling a lot more like, you know what, anything is possible. And as long as I want something to happen and I can go for it, then I will, and I can, and I am. I love it. I actually really like this energy. I want to see what you are walking away from. Like, what is... Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. So yeah, I think this is actually making me feel as though the fact that you're walking away from it is like an over-obsessiveness with your finances, with stability, with things needing to be a certain way. And that makes sense if your 9th house is being activated, because that 9th house is asking you to like expand and explore and to experience and try new things. And this Queen of Pentacles, you know, she is so solid, so stable, so loyal, that she might like tend to like only eat the same things. It's like giving me the vibe of, you know, when you go to a particular restaurant and you always order the same thing because you always know it's going to be good. And you're sort of like, I don't want to try anything new because, you know, it might not be as nice as like the thing that I usually eat. And that's that feeling with this Three of Wands as well, you know, not allowing us to expand our minds, not allowing yourself to open up and see a different world out there and a different possibility. It's almost like you've been resting in this unknown kind of vibe. Like, you know, do I stay? Do I go? Do I start this job? Do I not? Like, just not, it's kind of like an uncertainty, and it's a forced, like this is like forcing you to stop and take a look at it all. It's literally, like I just said, force, Mars, force. This is forced rest, forced stopping, forced healing. And for so many of us, this is coming up as revolutionizing relationships. We're going to be doing relationship differently. You're not being so loyal to people, or, you know, loyalty, it's an interesting thing because we can be too loyal to things that aren't serving us, but we can also be loyal to things in a good way, in a healthy way that is serving us. So I think what you're kind of releasing is like this feeling of loyalty, maybe towards like material things or to somebody in your life, and releasing that and finding more loyalty in yourself. What do you want to be loyal to? Like, what do you want to create? What do you want to build? And becoming loyal to that, loyal to your healing, loyal to your journey, loyal to, you know, and I've literally placed this on the tower in reverse. So not seeing the expansion after the tower has fallen, not seeing that this has been a blessing, that things falling apart, that things crumbling has been in order to push you into a new direction. It's all about you stepping into a new direction. And there is so much compromise, there's so much love in this new direction, you know, like this Two of Cups. There's someone out there are relationships out there are jobs out there are, you know, friends out there. There's something out there that is reciprocal to you, that will actually give you the stability that you require, that you need, that you're wanting, that you're like being called towards, you know. It's all out there. It just, this moon is going to be bringing up the fact that you need to take a look at all of it, and it's going to force you to like rest. You guys could even find that over this full moon you're feeling really really tired. You're just really tired. Wow, look at that, shed old skin. Shed old skin, guys. Seriously, this old version of you needs to go. You need to walk forward. Oh, that's weird. Like, so many cards, so many signs are literally getting the same cards. Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. So this is an ancestral thing. This is something that literally your ancestors are calling upon you right now to change, to shift up. It's almost like maybe you have an ancestral habit, family sort of thing that you guys always compromise. Like, you're always the one to give up what you want, or you're always, you know, just try and think of it how that could play out in your own family dynamic. Like, do you guys have something that continuously seems to like run down the family line? You know, is there a lot of drinking or something? Like, what is it that the moon is going to be illuminating? I don't know if that made sense. The moon is going to be illuminating whatever it is that you need to move past ancestrally, is kind of what I'm trying to say. Warrior. What does it say? Be fearless and stand strong. That's right. Stand in your own authenticity. Stand in your power. Walk forward. Set your sights higher. Stargazer. Look to the stars. Look to the sky. You know, get outside. Lay out in watch the moon, Virgo. I feel like that could be really, really helpful for you to just sort of like have a good long think about where you were and where you are now and where that's taking you, because it's forcing you to like lay down and spend time actually paying attention. Like, I'm literally seeing someone like stargazing, literally seeing someone laying out watching the moon. So definitely, Virgo, if you can, get outside and watch the moon. But it's calling for like a whole new version of you, and it's something that you need to like stand strong in your own values to do. You need to sort of like, you know, a warrior will force what he has to. He will force himself to go through trials and tribulations in order to like achieve what it is that he's been set out to achieve. So yes, that is what I have for you anyway, Virgo. I'm not going to make this too long. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that in the description box. Head to my website, crystallinepriestess.com. Make sure you check out your song as well, because you guys all have a song, your sun, moon, and rising video as well. And yeah, that's what I got for you there, Virgo. Let me know if this resonated and all that sort of jazz. And I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah. Have a beautiful full moon, Virgo. I love you. Hi Libra, welcome to your reading. Spitting there. Okay, holy crap, first message. Straightforward as hell. You ain't following fools no more. When you check out your song, you'll understand and you'll laugh. But essentially, no more fools. Libra, I feel as though this moon is making you leave people alone. You know, no more following fools. Literally in the song, fools and F-words. I'd love to just say that right now, but I'm trying not to swear so much, so I'll turn the camera off and then I'll get my F words out. But anyway, oh my goodness. Libra, I feel as though you guys are just stepping out of this illusion that certain people were the right people for you, or certain situations were the right situation for you. I feel like you're like literally, your eyes are seeing clearer now than they've seen in a long time. You had Cancer come out. I feel, ooh, look at me getting the hiccups. I feel, someone else got this. I can't remember exactly who it was. I can't remember if it was Taurus. But Cancer, and you have 5th house of creativity. And you know what's really interesting too? You also had Saturn Truth come out in the reverse, which I'm keeping in the reverse because I feel like it's in the reverse for a reason. But you literally have Saturn, Libra risings in particular, you literally have Saturn in your 5th house right now. So the 5th house is, you know, it's creativity. What does it say here? Yeah, creativity. It's children, it's fun, it's expansion, it's play. 5th house to me, I just sort of see it as like the really out there, flamboyant, fun, creative, silly. You know, it's literally got like the drama symbols on there. So yeah, with you guys having Saturn there, and then the Saturn card coming out, it feels like that's what's coming up, is like you guys are getting clearer than you've ever felt about what it is that, you know, that you feel creatively inclined to do, and you're like feeling your way through that. I think you're allowing yourself to like feel creative. I think you're going to be allowing yourself to see truth, because Saturn wants you to see the truth. Saturn wants you to understand certain things about people. Certain things really weren't serving you before. And so Cancer, I feel, how can you feel into your creative flow? How can you feel into, you know, the way creativity moves through you? Because creativity is non-physical energy. It's the divine. You know, I feel like people that are amazing artists, anyone that's doing anything creative, even running business is creative. Everything essentially is creative. It's all spirit. It's all, you know, source made manifest in human form, in physical form. And that's what, like, however that looks to you. Oh my God. Someone is cooking the most delicious smelling curry ever. Some of you guys are going to be eating curry or getting takeaway curry over this full moon. That smells ridiculous. Like, holy crap. Wow. Wow. Anyway, I feel like I want to eat that curry. That's crazy. But yeah, so you guys, I feel like you are having such a big like revelation within yourself, and it's the truth. I feel like you're feeling into your truth and following your creativity now. You're no longer allowing yourself to just constantly sort of be thrown around by whose energy you're around. And that's the thing with you, Libra. You really do feel everybody else's vibe. You are a vibe magnet, you know. I feel like when you walk into a room, you can sort of like test it out. You know how the vibe is going, and so you can chameleonize. You can adapt to that vibe. And so I think this is you coming maybe more into your own a little bit more, and because everyone's been getting this message. And what I don't find surprising is the fact that this full moon is happening in the chart in the 8th house of Scorpio. Plus, we're having this activation in the 8th house of Scorpio. I just realized that. Plus, I'm in Libra rising, so that's why I'm saying we. But, oh my goodness, That makes so much sense, because we're feeling into, like, relationship stuff's gonna come up, deep stuff's gonna come up, stuff that we've probably even repressed. And it's like I was literally just saying, this is us now, Libra. You are coming into the understanding that the way you feel is legit. The way you feel is legit. If you feel around someone, if you don't feel comfortable around someone, it's for a reason. It's in order for you to understand, you know, trust yourself. This is learning to trust yourself. The truth. Truth. You know, speaking the truth to yourself and others. Not being afraid to speak the truth, because I know, Libra, we don't love to rock the waters. We don't love to, you know, make things uncomfortable. We really like balance. We really like things to feel, you know, not too intense or anything like that. We don't like conflict, so it can be hard to sort of see the truth of people sometimes, because we do have those rose-tinted glasses sometimes, where we're like, oh no, this person's like, I know they seem this way, but they really are this way, you know? It's like constantly making excuses for other people. No more following fools, okay? No more following fools. Instead, what I think you're following is your creativity, and that's it. You're not going to be confused about it anymore. Going back and forth, not sure which direction to move in. It's almost like, you know, you have so many creative avenues, and you would, Libra, because, you know, ruled by Venus. Venus loves art, beauty, creativity. It's all those sorts of things. You know, I think, yes, I love the Seven of Swords when it comes out in reverse. Love it. Wow, far out. Everyone's getting this King of Wands. This is a really passionate moon, and oh my god, are you kidding me? The Queen of Wands is underneath there again, and Judgment. And when I was shuffling before I turned the camera on for you guys, oh my god, Judgment just kept coming up while I was listening to that song. So, you know, this is us taking, like, having a judgment call, really. Judgment call, looking at our life. What needs to die? What needs to be reborn? What needs to shift? What needs to change? There has obviously been a loss here. You've obviously released something. You've obviously had to go through a period of depression, unhappiness, anxiety, fear, not being sure of what is going on, you know, and Saturn will do that. Saturn will teach you the hard way. Saturn ain't going to make things easy for you. Saturn's going to make things hard. And that's the thing with our Saturn being in the 5th house, you know, and Saturn's only just recently gone direct. So Saturn was retrograde for a while there. Our creativity was all over the place. We didn't know where to put our energy, you know. Even for some of us, kids stuff came up, you know. Oh, my kids are just driving me crazy. Or some of us would have had unexpected pregnancies, all sorts of things. Like, Saturn's teaching you a lesson. Saturn is here to say, you need to learn something, and I'm going to make you feel into it. I'm going to make you feel it. I'm not going to tell you, I'm going to make you feel it, because we don't learn through, you know, words so much. We learn through life experience. We learn through feeling through things. So this moon is going to bring to light things that we didn't want to see before, big truths. But I feel like it's in a really empowering way. I feel like it's a really, really empowering way. What I've just realized, and this is ridiculous, I swear to God, the amount of friggin' signs that have come out with the King and the Queen of bloody Wands. But this time this is upright. Usually I'm getting one of them in reverse. This time both of these are upright. But the interesting thing is they're not looking at each other. So, you know, you and the person that you've left behind, you and the people you've left behind, you and the tribe, whatever it is, you're looking different ways now. One of you, it feels like, and take it where it fits. Put it where it fits. I'm only reading the cards from the vibes. Masculine energy is this King of Wands. Feminine energy is this Queen of Wands. Does not mean that the King of Wands has to be a man, okay? So the masculine energy right here is looking directly at this heartache, this hurt, this anxiety, this fear. And he's making a judgment call on it. He's looking into it and staring into it and saying, oh, okay, I see clarity now. I see things from a higher perspective. This Queen of Wands, she's looking off towards Cancer and creativity. She's looking off in towards truth. Where am I going now? So for some of you guys, literally, if you're in a separation with someone, you're both literally looking at the same relationship but taking it in different directions. So I feel like some of you guys have literally, like, with this Five of Cups, 100%, you've lost someone. You've had to release a certain relationship, family member, you know, business partner, someone that you've had to let go of. And so now both of you are still focused on the relationship over this moon because this 8th house is being activated, you know, the intimate details. They're being looked at, but they're being looked at in order so that you can both move into a healthier direction for both of you. And that's why that following fools, there's no more following fools. There's no more of either of you following each other into a rabbit hole that is only going to end in this sort of energy. You know, 5 of Cups and the 9 of bloody swords. It's just anxiety, fear, upset, heartache, heartbreak, grief, loss, fear, crying. Fear, crying. Cancer, I feeling too much about someone that isn't, you know, isn't for you in the long run. So, you know, it just feels like this moon is activating everyone into some deep levels of self-love because, like I've said to everyone else as well, Taurus rules over self-love, you know, self-care, self-nourishment. And yeah, that's why we're going to be like focused on where can I nourish myself more? Where can I nourish myself further? How can I be more creative, confident, and attractive to the desires that I'm trying to manifest in my life? Emperor in reverse. We're leaving behind situations, jobs, even societal influences that are essentially, yes, look at that. Wow. Oh, fucking hell. The devil. Literally, that are keeping us bound, chained, trapped in ways of being and thinking that are not serving us. Because look at that, oh my God, underneath all that, we have the 4 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. Recognition, success, joy, freedom, abundance, celebration, you know, reunion with the parts of yourself that have always been destined to be expressed. I'm saying this not as so much reunion with this person we're talking about, but reunion with your creative self, your creative flow, your creativeness. The devil doesn't want you to hold on to that anymore. The devil wants you to release, you know, well, I mean, the devil doesn't want you to, but spirit is asking you to let go of the attachments that you hold to masculine figures that are not, you know, that have caused you suffering, that have caused you pain, grief, loss, trauma. You know, I'm really getting this as you being this Queen of Wands, moving forward, looking at your creativity and how you can create a life of freedom and flow and intuitive. Far out, that curry smells so good. Oh my God, some of you guys are going to be cooking some damn good food. Holy shit. That is ridiculous. I've never wanted curry so bad. And I haven't eaten all day. Drinking the smoothie. Oh my God. It just makes me want curry so bad. I'm going to have to shut my window so I can't hear that. Now I lost my download, I'm so sorry. But seriously, that curry. Some of us are getting distracted by food. But yeah, so leaving toxic masculinity behind. And look, we have Jesus on the bottom. Great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. Legit. Moving towards divine masculine because they're... Sorry, Libra. My camera just ran out of battery. So anyway, there are divine masculines out there, and I am literally, like, I'm going to share a little bit with you just real quick, that I feel like this is really on point because I did not think that there was genuine divine masculinity out there. Like, the masculinity that I grew up with around and that I've experienced in past relationships was far from divine. It was this Emperor in reverse energy with this devil, you know, like it was just, I'm not even going down that road. But my partner that I'm with now, the man that I'm with, he is the reason I believe in the divine masculine now. Like, the amount of genuine love that this human has for me in my darkest, ugliest, worst, most disgusting times has blown my mind. It's out there. It's real. It exists. You can find someone that genuinely loves you for you. They don't care what you look like. They don't care if you're going through the worst experiences in your life. They don't care about how you come off to them. Like, I've literally, I'm not proud of it, but I have like tried to like attack. When I was in a really, really bad space, I tried to attack my partner and he didn't deter him one bit. My ex would have, could never have even gotten that far. You know what I mean? It's just insane, guys. It's insane. And I want you to feel I really feel like you need this, Libra. I feel like you need to understand that the divine masculine is out there, that there is someone out there that would genuinely love and care for you and your children as well. So anyway, that is that. Let's have a look at what your ancestors want to tell you. So we have Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. Yeah, fully. That's it. With this fifth house creativity, trust your talents. You're actually really creatively talented, especially with this Queen of Wands coming out and this Six of Wands coming out with her. Whatever it is that you're going to be putting your energy into, your creative pursuits, you're really good at it. So can you just trust it? Come on, Libra. Air Guardian, that's you. Shift your perception. Yes, I heard in my head perspective, but I got confused whether it said perception or perspective then. So whatever it is, shift the perception of what you're going through, because you might be thinking that you're not good enough to be like this fantastic painter or this fantastic musician or this fantastic writer, artist, you know, tarot reader, whatever. But the truth is you are, and it's only your past conditioning and your attachment to the devil, to this devil energy, to this toxic masculinity, even the patriarchy. This could literally be talking about the patriarchy in general. Listen to me go. But yeah, it's been stopping you from getting anywhere, and it's been stopping you from being happy because you're too caught up in the thinking about it all, the confusion of it all, because you don't feel like you're good enough. The truth is you are. Underneath the bottom of the deck, She-Wolf, unleash the wild within. Unleash it. Unleash your creativity, my friend. Let it go. Let it out. Go scream at the moon. Literally, you know what I want you to do, Libra? If you can, I want you to howl at the moon on this full moon. I want you to go outside, and not everyone can do this. I sadly can't do this. I live in the city now, and I can't just go run off into the park naked and go stare at the moon. But if I was out somewhere in nature with no one around me, that's what I'd do. So if you have that, go do that. But essentially, just go bask in the moonlight, guys, because I feel like it's really going to help you. You have Cancer's ruled by the moon, you know. This moon is really big activation for you guys, especially because I think it's this 8th house, which the moon is actually in the actual chart. So it's like, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. There's a lot coming to the surface. So anyway, that is what I have for you, Libra. I have blabbered on for too long for you guys today. But yeah, if you resonate or if you have anything to say or whatever, drop it in the comments below, and I would love to hear from you. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that via the description box. Head to crystallinepriestess.com. And yeah, make sure you also check out your song, because I feel like the songs that I put down, like for you to choose or listen to, listen to me, can't even speak, always have really, really potent messages in them. So anyway, okay, Libra, I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next reading. Have a really beautiful Taurus full moon partial eclipse. Peace. Scorpio, welcome. Hello. It's time for your reading. No idea why I got so weird for you, but I was just listening to the song came on after your song, and I was like, oh, this is so good. Anyway, sorry, I'm really sorry. I love you guys. I feel like for you, Scorpio, this full moon is so transformative for you. It feels major. Doesn't surprise me. I mean, any suns in Scorpio, it's opposite your sun. If you got major Scorpio placements, this moon is going to activate you no matter what. It's happening in the 8th house in Taurus, your sister sign. So for you, especially if you're a Scorpio rising, you are having your 7th house activated right now, which is the house of relationships. 8th house is sort of the house of intimacy and what we share with others. So there's kind of a correlation there. I feel like for you guys, Scorpio, you guys are getting into like the deep depths. Like, it's hilarious. Typical, of course, we got Scorpio and we get all these dark ass cards. Like, I don't know, it's just, and it's hilarious because I tried to put this back in the deck before and then it jumped straight up for you again. So I was like, okay, this is definitely Scorpio's card. Transformation, you rule over transformation. You guys rule Pluto. It's funny. It's not funny, it's just like, it's just classic. But essentially, you guys got literally lunar eclipse. We are having a lunar eclipse. So Scorpio, this is going to be a very intense moon for you. This is really going to help you to transform your life in literally, like, I think your whole life is going to begin to improve after this moon, to be perfectly honest. I feel like, especially with that 7th house activation, this is removing the mystery that you've held within you and relationship to others, like other people. You know, like, it almost feels like, because the thing is, Scorpio, you guys are so mysterious. You are hard to read. You're hard to understand. People don't always really get you. And what's happening over this, literally, you have Pluto transformation and you have lunar eclipse change. Can you get any more change? Can you get any more difference? Like, it's just hilarious. I really feel like you guys are just going to be like shocked at what comes up over this next few months, like after this moon. I think a lot of you are going to be spending time really gazing at the moon and spending time with the moon, because I feel like you're being called towards the moon. You're being called Black Moon Lilith to pay attention to a mystery, to sort of like, you know, you're so comfortable with the shadows, Scorpio. You're so comfortable with the darkness. It's so refreshing in some ways, because as much as, like, you know, the rest of the zodiac's all like, it can be really light and everything has their light and their dark, of course, but Scorpio's just generally got this darker energy around it, and in a way it's sort of refreshing, because I think a lot of the time we just like to skip over all the darkness and we want to just go straight to the light. We want to get to this part of fortune increase, but we don't want to have to go through the mystery of Black Moon Lilith, the transformation of Pluto, or the changes that a lunar eclipse brings. This change, this moon is going to increase everything incrementally as you transform your relationships, as you transform your way of being in relationship, as you transform your sense of self. And, you know, for some of you guys, this has to do with body image. I'm literally looking at these two statues. You know, how can you transform the way you see your body, the way you feel about your body, and, you know, sex, all that sort of stuff too. You guys rule over that. So how can you, like, get safe and comfortable within exploring your body? How can you get... It's a really loud helicopter, I'm sorry. But yeah, just how can you bring yourself home to yourself that little bit more? I think some of you guys might even be like self-pleasure. Like, self-pleasure could be a thing over this moon, and your cards are ridiculous. Your cards are ridiculous. This is a ridiculous full moon. Like, literally, I think the only ones that have gotten, like, was Gemini. You guys. Okay, so 6 of Wands coming out first and foremost. Recognition here. You guys are going to be recognized. You guys are going to recognize within yourself as well just how much work you have put into self-love, self-healing, self-understanding. I don't think you're, like, holding on to a lackful mindset anymore. I feel, yes, look at that. Yes. Now I wish I was a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio North Node, so I don't know. Maybe I could watch this and it'll apply to me. But wow, 2 tens, bottom of the deck. We have 10 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. So, you know, this is like releasing investments, releasing... I'm trying to, like, word it. It's like some of you guys, this is literally like divorce energy. Like, you've divorced someone, you've let someone go, and it broke your heart. And what this moon is bringing you to is like that self clarification that you need in order to make the choice, to make the decision, to decide to finally move on. You know, for some of you guys, it is just that you guys have had problems with abundance. It's been difficult to maintain prosperity. It's been hard to, you know, make ends meet sometimes. And I feel like what this moon is doing, it's transforming everything. It's transforming everything. You're going to finally start to see how far you've come. And the vibe I really get from this is like you're literally having a breakthrough in seeing the amount of work that you have put in to get to where you are now. So much healing has had to happen in order that you can even exist and be finding this video on YouTube right here and right now at this moment, man. Like, what, your cards are legit. Your cards are on point. I love it. I love this energy. I really do. Because you guys are finally going to be receiving equal give and take. You're finally going... So many people are getting this 6 of Pentacles, which is interesting. And it's not surprising too, because this is, like I've said to everyone else as well, it's the money access. We have 8 of Pentacles. We have 4 of Pentacles. We have 6 of Pentacles. No longer having this... I need to hold on to every single penny I have mindset that sort of like makes you feel as though, you know, like even if you have money, like, you know those types of people that like have hell money but still hoard it? It's kind of like moving out of that energy and having a breakthrough and seeing like, oh, actually, like, look, oh my God, I just realized you've got two aces on the table here. You got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Not only are you having mental breakthroughs, but you're having like breakthroughs of the heart too. You're feeling into things in a whole new way. Like, I feel like for some of you, you're literally going to be communicating with other people in like an entirely different way, because like I said, you have that 7th house activation. You're coming with more love, you're coming with more honesty, you're opening up and speaking truth and being honest. And I really feel like a lot of you guys, this does have to do with abundance. So for some of you guys, it's a physical relationship. For some of you guys, it's abundance. For some of you guys, it's both. Like, you don't have to be one or the other. Like, this can resonate to a bunch of different areas of your life. It's up to you to sort of put that resonance into your own basket. Essentially, I'm putting that in my basket, you know what I mean? So Knight of Cups with the 4 of Pentacles and this Ace of Cups, I love it. It's getting more creative, it's getting more romantic with yourself, and your beliefs and your dreams. Can you romanticize your life a little? Can you romanticize your healing? Can you romanticize your heart? You know, I don't know why I'm getting like all this heart activation energy for you, Scorpio, and it's just weird because it's like maybe you've been in this sort of like darkness for a little bit now, and this darkness is now transmuting literally to light. You are seeing light at the end of the tunnel, and I've been seeing this for so many people. This moon it's bringing a lot of us home to ourselves. I think that this is an amazing full moon, to be honest, and even if it's triggering, because, you know, full moons usually are, because they usually bring up things to the surface, like Black Moon Lilith, mystery, in order to change. Lunar eclipse, change. Everything's changing. Things are changing so much for you, Scorpio. And I think you're going to be getting to work. Some of you could even be starting a new job that is literally going to... Am I filming? Oh my God, that was scary. Literally thought I wasn't filming. Some of you guys are literally going to be starting a new job that actually does pay you the right amount, you know, that you're actually receiving benefit from, you know, that has good benefits, or that has somewhere a ladder that you can move up in a way. The 6 of Wands, it just feels like, look at this, 6 of Wands, Ace of Swords, they're all upright, and the 6 of Pentacles, look at all this. So whatever it is that you're working on, it's going to pay off. The fact that you're working so hard on bringing this into fruition, the universe sees it, Spirit sees it. You're heard, you're understood. Spirit knows that you're trying to have a breakthrough, that you're trying to move into a much more balanced, much more harmonious way of being. You know, I feel like you have probably in your past felt a little bit like you needed to take, not even take, but I'm seeing it as like some of you guys have literally felt like these people that are getting helped in this card. You know, you've had to sort of be on your knees and like ask for assistance, which isn't easy, especially for a Scorpio. Especially for a Scorpio. It is, you guys do not want to admit when you are going through something, okay? So, you know, it's just really giving yourself the love that you deserve, and that's what's really going to transform, because you guys can be so harsh on yourself and others, Scorpio. Yes. 5 of Wands in reverse. No more conflicts, no more competition, no more fighting, no more pushing, no more screaming, crying, freaking, you know, trying to battle other people. It's slow and steady progress, moving you in a brand new direction. I love this energy, Scorpio. This is one of the best readings I think I've got. So go Scorpio. That's probably why when I first started filming this, I was like, yeah, because you guys are going to have an awesome moon. This moon is going to activate so much transformation that you're going to be so stoked on. You can finally stop questioning whether you're putting your energy in the right place. You know that you're going in the right direction. This is just confirmation that you are going to be receiving everything that you want, everything that you need, but it all comes from love. Like, the universe is offering you opportunity. People are coming in. Someone could even offer you, like, someone could literally come to you with a beautiful idea, and you just are like, holy crap, that's amazing, I'm going to take the ball and roll with it. So anyway, let's have a look now at what your ancestors want to say for a final message. Scorpio, what do you have for Scorpio? I feel like it's interesting because you literally have 5 of Wands in the reverse here underneath the 6 of Wands. So this is you releasing all that competition and then being on top, being recognized, literally successful, coming out on top after battles, you know, battles with other people, battles with yourself, battles with God knows what, but you've been battling, okay? You're a battler. Battler, Scorpio, you're a battler. Anyway, 1 card, please. Hunter, track down your fears and desires. That's it. Trade, exchange energy to create abundance. Yes, 100%. This is about work for a lot of you guys. You're going to be changing up the way you exchange energy. You're going to be getting a new job. You're going to be starting maybe even some of you guys are literally building your own business, building your own creative thing. You know, maybe some of you are artists, you do art, and now you're starting to put some of your things on Etsy. You know, it doesn't have to be a big deal, but it's the beginning, and it's an opportunity for you to receive love. It's an opportunity for you to feel like really, really powerful. Hunter, track down your fears and desires. What do you want? This moon's going to make you feel very focused, and that's the thing, Scorpio. You're a focused AF energy anyway, so you don't find focus hard, whereas someone like me does. I ain't that good at focusing, but I'm a Pisces. So, you know, it's being solid about where it is that you're going. And like I said, what did I say before with the heart opening thing? I feel like there's a lot of heart awakening and heart opening going on for you guys. And look at how he's holding his heart. So, you know, this job, this opportunity, this financial, this material shift is going to create so much happiness for you. And I'm really, really happy to deliver this message because literally we have part of fortune increase. That's the part of your chart where when you focus on it, it increases. So say you have a part of fortune in Libra, the more you focus on Libran things, so balance, justice, harmony, beauty, you know, aesthetics, taking care of things, all that sort of stuff, the more you will find things will increase. So it's probably really beneficial for you guys to have a look at where your part of fortune is currently sitting, and check that out. What sign is that in? If it's in Scorpio, well then it's digging through things, digging through the deep, going through transformation, you know, all that sort of stuff. You guys, I can't tell you enough that this video has gone on too long. Like, you guys have got probably the longest reading so far, but it's just because your energy. I know, Scorpio, it's your season, and it's showing. It's bloody well showing. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in, my Scorpion friends. I love you so much. Let me know in the comments if it resonated, or just if you want to have a chat or anything like that. I'm always here. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that in the description box as well. You can go to my website, crystallinepriestess.com. And yeah, make sure you also check out your song, because you have a channeled song underneath. There's usually a lot more messages in there. I really love the songs. I found they're a really fun little touch, and Spirit always like chuck something in there for us each time. So we have that, and then also make sure to watch this for your sun, moon, and rising. Obviously, you can also watch this for other placements as well. It's up to you. Like, I don't decide. You guys can do whatever you like, but you will find the messages that suit you wherever you go, sort of thing. I feel like it's an intuitive thing, you know. If you want to listen to bloody Leo because your Mars is in Leo, go ahead and do it. Anyway, Scorpio, I haven't told anyone else that. I told you guys that, so some of you might have been wondering. Anyway, I love you so much, and I'm going to see you guys in the next reading. Have a beautiful Taurus full moon, and take care of yourself, which you will be, because I can say it. Anyway, I love you guys. Peace. Howdy, Sag. What's going on? I have no idea why I just started that like that, but whatever, Sag, I love you. Anyway, okay, I feel like you guys, Sag, your routine has been a little bit all over the place. I feel like you've been kind of like elsewhere, possibly even some of you guys have been like getting on it a little bit, whether that's drinking, smoking, bit of, you know, whatever you like to do. I do feel as though you've sort of been like going through a little bit of like a whew, all over the place vibe. I'm getting that because of this 12th house coming out, escape. I do feel as though like, Sag, you guys can kind of be known as the party animals. Sometimes you'll like to escape into partying and doing things just so you sort of don't have to deal with, you know, the responsibility of life in a way. Not to say that you guys aren't responsible, because you definitely 100% can be, but what I'm feeling is that there's just been kind of like a disconnect, like something's forced you to like spiral a little, is like literally what I just heard. Like you've sort of spiraled in a way, and that's fine. Like that's okay. What this moon is bringing up for you, my beautiful I just had to say Sagittarians. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm going to call you guys Sagittarians. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians. 12th house, escape, Saturn return, age, responsibility. Time to come to responsibility, time to step up, time to decide that you want to treat your day-to-day life differently. Your 6th house is being activated, especially for you Sag risings, but essentially 6th house activation. It's your day-to-day life, it's your routines, it's the things that you do every single day that make up your life, your existence sort of thing. A lot of the time people overlook this house because they think it's boring, it's mundane, but the truth is without the 6th house we got nothing. You know, like it's driving to work, it's paying the bills, it's doing those like sort of like little things that need to like push you forward ahead in life. And Mars force coming out with water element sensing, I think you're being forced to like create a routine that actually is intuitive, is what I'm sort of getting. So it's not like you guys are needing to like create this routine that is just like I wake up at 7:30 and at 7:45 I go for a walk, and at 8:20 I come back and have breakfast, and then I have a shower, and it's got to be the same way every day. Like none of that. It's sort of like what feels right. Maybe this is deciding, oh, I want to have a little bit of structure, but I want to have some fluidity within that structure. So I want to wake up every day at 7, but then I'm going to allow myself to do what feels right. And I want to go to bed at 10 every night, but I'm not going to make myself have a strict schedule of things I need to do every night before bed. I'm just going to have an idea of what I would like to do and then flow and shift and change with the way I feel called to do that. Mars force. It's not about forcing ourselves into a routine. It's about allowing ourselves to sense and feel our way into a routine that's actually really beneficial for us. Some of you guys are aging, you know, you're getting older, and you're finally, and you're sort of realizing that you need to take a little bit better care of yourself in the sense of your day-to-day activities. You know, maybe you're finding that you walked up a flight of stairs the other day and it wasn't as easy as it was when you were like 25, you know, or it wasn't as easy as it was a few years ago. Like things just feel like they're getting a little older and things are changing a little. And Saturn return, you know, life has shifted a lot. Saturn return talks about a major time in life where essentially, you know, everything shakes up to put you on the right path. Reinvention underneath that. Mercury retrograde, and underneath that we have a 7th house of partners, you know. So some of you guys are reinventing the way you live life with your partner. Like things are changing. This full moon is all about changing. It's like some of you guys could be having, you know, conversations with your partner where you're talking about, well, how do we find like our routine that flows together? How can, like, you want to do this and I want to do this, how do we meet in the middle? Like it's kind of not forcing anything but allowing you guys to flow through it. And so Saturn return, like I was saying, it's a big pivotal moment in life because it's almost like awakening you. Like see how in here, literally seeing that there as like spirit, like God, the divine coming through to sort of wake you up, like parting the clouds and saying, doo-doo, this is what I want you to deal with, dear Sagittarius. You know? Yeah, it's I'm not gonna lie, this moon is changing up everyone. It's changing up everything. And that's the thing, eclipses, even down to our ancients, like our ancestors back in the day, every civilization has always known that eclipses bring big changes, big shifts. Shit happens on eclipses. And it's a full moon in Taurus. You know, it's about self-love, it's about self-nourishment. Yes, I love to see that. Justice. It's about balance and harmony and restoration and coming into like literally something that feels like a karmic flow. So I'm seeing this as like literally, and I feel like a lot of you guys, it does have to do with your day-to-day life, your day-to-day routine. Coming into balance with that, you know, maybe you've been drinking 5 days a week and now you're going to be drinking 1, or you're going to be drinking 2. You know, you're just finding that moderation, that balance and harmony between, you know, I can still drink, that's fine, but I just don't want to drink every day sort of vibe. Like kind of put it where it fits, but I think you guys know what I mean. Like just deciding to take on a few healthier habits instead of sort of escaping, because and I've found this with Sag a lot. I've definitely found this with Sag. Sag, like Pisces, like Taurus, can get really caught up in indulgence, and that indulgence can lead to addiction. And so it's important for you, Sag, to not allow that indulgence to lead to addiction. And that's why, you know, this activation right now is really actually important for you, because I think you're sensing maybe that you have gone too far with certain things, and so now you're, I don't want to say force, but I kind of want to say force. You're forcing yourself to change things up. Forcing things to be different. Okay, bottom of the deck. We have the Three of Wands in the reverse. So, you know, this is an opportunity for you to expand your horizons, to see things from a wider angle with an open, like, you know, wide lens. Like I'm literally seeing a wide lens camera. Like, you know how when you got a normal camera, like say my camera, it's normal. Like it's like right on. You can see me straight on. But if I had a wide angle lens, you'd be able to see everything that's next to me, you know? You'd be able to see me dog food bag, listen to that, me dog food bag and all the random stuff. But you can't, because this is a straight on particular, I don't know what it's called, what is it, like zoom lens, EFS, 18.55 millimeters. You know, it's straight on, it's facing me. So this is like having a broader perspective, essentially. I think you guys have definitely, you've been staying up a little bit too late. You've been spending too many nights overthinking, overdoing, overbeing, all that sort of stuff. Just, you know, it's creating anxiety within you, because you're constantly, I don't say constantly, but just going sort of back and forth on your word. Like I feel like you guys have sort of said to yourselves before, like, okay, I'm going to stop this, but then you don't. Or I'm going to change up my routine. I want things to be different. I want to be happier. I want to be healthier. I want to be my best self. But then you don't do it. So this moon is bringing in that karmic balance. And for some of you guys, this definitely has to do, like I said, with partners coming out, it has to do with someone. It has to do with a relationship. It has to do with someone that you've released your loyalty to. Literally, I see this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse with this Lovers card as someone that you've released your loyalty to, you know. Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles in tarot, when they can talk about marriage, you know, this is, and not always physically having to be marriage, but you know what, those types of relationships that feel like you're married, you've been together that long, it's almost like you're kind of married without the piece of paper. So this feels like, you know, your loyalty is changing. You have a direction that you want to move in that is fun, that is exciting, that is like expansive, but I think you've been getting, fear has been getting in your way, the uncertainty of it all, the not knowing. It's kind of confusing. Yeah, it's kind of like, we have Pisces and Pisces. Pisces rules the 12th house, and Pisces rules the moon card. And, you know, it's a full moon. So this moon is going to be illuminating to you what you've been trying to escape from. So for some of you guys, this could even be that you've gone through a relationship, ending, breakup, rough patch. You don't have to have broken up, but like just a rough patch that you haven't quite healed from, and that's been affecting your day-to-day life, your 6th house stuff, your routines. And this is probably you being forced to realize how much they have actually affected your routines. And now it's sort of like that justice is coming in, that balance is coming in to say, hey, we need to like create something that's a lot more sustainable now. We need to create something that takes care of the self, because the Queen of Pentacles, I also see her as self-love and self-care. And when she's in the reverse, you know, it's not loving, especially with the Lovers, not loving on yourself and honoring yourself enough and giving yourself enough pleasure. Really, that's what I'm getting. I'm looking at these naked bodies and I'm seeing pleasure. You know, self-pleasure, enjoying yourself, enjoying your partner even. Because some of you guys, this could be that you haven't felt committed to your partner as you've wanted to be, and now you're sort of realizing, hey, I'm kind of like, ooh, I need to change things up if I want to create something that feels more stable and that feels more, you know, connected and joyful and radiant for us both. So I feel like this moon is going to really just be activating for you guys, Sag, a lot of excitement for the future in moving forward in a healthier way. It's like literally karmic balance is being restored now, and you're seeing clearly, like I said, with that broader perspective thing, you're seeing clearly what you need to change about your everyday life that is going to create a much more sustainable future for yourself. Snake, I love that. Shed old skin. Shed old skin. That's right. Shed old ways of being. Just because you used to be a certain way does not mean you need to keep being that way now. You can change your life at any moment. You are the most powerful person in your reality. Nobody else can make any changes in your life for you. It has to be you, Sag. You cannot expect to just have life work out for you if you're not willing to do the work. And that's something that I've had to learn the hard way, you know. I used to just meditate and like try to manifest winning the lottery. And I used to, every time I felt bad about something or was experiencing something that wasn't good for me, I just used to mentally tell myself that it was fine. And I would positive think my way out of it. So I know what you mean, Sag. Like, I get it. I really, really get it. But it's about the key. I feel like the key to healing is allowing yourself to feel it, to allow the pain to actually be there and to sit with it and to notice it and to acknowledge it and honor it and say, it's all right that you're there. I still love you. Because it sounds so simple, but it's not easy at all. Transform and unveil your gifts. Look, shed old skin. Snake's a symbol of transformation, and then you literally have transform and shed old skin. Leave the old version of you behind. You are not the person that you were when you started in this relationship, when you left this person, when you, you know, put it where it fits. Whenever you're just different, is pretty much what I'm trying to say. You're not the same person who cared about the past the same way you used to. Like, things are different. Like I said before, Saturn return, age, you're getting older. You're no longer held back by some of the restrictions that you had in your younger days, because as we get older, you know, we become more confident, we become more self-assured. Usually we become more sure of ourselves and the path we're walking in life. And I feel like that's what's happening for you guys. You're having an activation that reminds you of how important the path you're walking in life is, and that you need to do the best you can in order to show the world what you have to give. Because unveil your gifts. You got gifts, Sag, and plus you're Sag. You're so bright. You're beautiful. You're so exciting. You're so inspiring. Everyone, like, Sag is such a great vibe. You're the philosophers. You have so much to teach everyone. But if you don't see yourself as the teacher, and if you keep escaping from your path, if you keep leaving it and sort of running off to try and like pretend that things haven't happened and that life is a certain way and that you don't have to like step up and take responsibility, then you're just always going to be perpetually moving in the same karmic cycle. And that's what this moon is coming in to change up, because you ain't gonna do that no more. You are not. Bottom of the deck, dream and journey. What is the journey that you want to go on? What are you dreaming about? Your dreams are calling you to step up, to step into something new. So follow it. Answer the call, Sag. Answer the call is what I want to tell you. So that is what I have for you. I'm sorry, this went a little bit longer. I found that the end of the zodiac, somehow, for some reason, your readings end up being longer. So I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Let me know if this resonated. Let me know what's going on with you guys. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that through the link in my description box. You can head to my website, crystallinepriestess.com. Make sure you check out your song that will be linked down below. There's always extra messages in that, as well as, what else was I going to say? Yeah, make sure you watch this for your sun, moon, and rising. And obviously you can watch it for any other placement that you like. It's up to you guys. I trust that you will follow your intuition. But yeah, that's what I got for you, Sage. Have a beautiful Taurus full moon, partial lunar eclipse, and I will see you when we reach the other side. Peace. Capricorn, welcome to your reading. Okay, so, God, I just had the biggest deep breath. It felt so nice. I feel like you guys are being able to like take a breath. You guys are being able to like have a moment to calm down. You guys feel as though this month or over this full moon or just in general, y'all feel real sexy. You just feel like, I don't know, people are really looking to you. Capricorn. And for my Capricorn risings out there, I mean, it's relevant for all Capricorn, but in particular my Capricorn risings right now, your 5th house is being activated over this full moon. So that is your house of creativity, self-expression, fun, sex, kids. You know, I feel like What you're going through at the moment, Capricorn, is a creative revolution, and it's genius. It's brilliant. You literally had lunar changes. No, what does it say? Lunar eclipse, change. Scorpio also got this card. So some of you guys might be dealing with a Scorpio or have Scorpio somewhere else in your chart. But you two are the only ones so far that have actually got... Oh my God, you know what I just realized? Holy hell, Capricorn. You have lunar and solar eclipse. Lunar eclipse changes, solar eclipse revolution. What's going on with you, Capricorn? Holy hell. That's intense. That's intense. So a lot is changing for you right now. Uranus, genius. It's going to be unexpected. I think you're going through an unexpected shift, really unexpected. I don't think you guys are going to quite like be ready for the amount of like glow up. Like I feel like glow up is what's happening for you guys, Cap. It's interesting. I feel as though it's like this fire is burning within you, and you need to explore it. You need to move with it. And it feels like for a lot of you guys, it's got to do with your creative expression, because I think this is the interesting thing too. People think of Capricorns as just like really work hard and ambitious and like, yeah, all that sort of stuff. But I feel like the thing that we forget about Cap is that, you know, it's not just that you're ambitious in that you want to like have a successful career and like all that sort of stuff. I think you're ambitious in anything you do. So if you're super duper creative, which I do think Capricorn is, you know, I feel like Capricorn can be like creative in this really almost like intense way where you guys can just like I'm seeing a picture of someone, like literally someone who draws, and they draw so brilliantly. They draw so, it's almost like, because you guys are an old soul, Cap. You're an old soul. So it's almost like, you know, someone that like likes to draw real life looking images. I'm literally seeing like a real life image of Albert Einstein. That someone is literally like hand drawn, and it looks incredible. But like, you know, that's the thing. I think you guys, Capricorn, you are the type of people who will put in the amount of time and effort it takes to create something as powerful as that. And with your 5th house being activated, some of you guys might really literally be feeling called to draw, to paint, to write, to create. And you're going to be having like these genius moments of creativity. Creative sparks come to you, fly to you. Some of you could even be writers, and you just all of a sudden you get smacked with an idea for a book, or smacked with the idea for a poem or something. Like, it just feels as though things are changing up for you. You've been a little focused on one way of being, and now this moon is going to be setting you into a new direction, essentially. I can't believe that you got both eclipses. This energy for you is really, really potent, Cap. I don't know why it's so potent for you. I haven't really had too much of a look at the chart, to be honest. I like to do things mostly just like intuitively, but there's something going on for you guys, and it's like it's really bringing about like big revolutionary change, essentially, Capricorn. So let's have a look. What is it that we want to talk to Capricorn about? Spirit? Because there are some big ass changes going on. Yes. Moving forward. Yes. I like that. 2 more, please. Okay, bottom of the deck. 3 of... Oh, sorry guys, I was burping. 3 of Cups in the reverse. So I think you guys are going to be spending less time on your friendship group, less time with people, more time with your creativity, more time with your, literally with this Knight of Cups coming out, literally your creativity is calling for you to explore it. I think moving away from convention as well, that's the thing with you, Cap. Sometimes you can like, and I just keep calling you Cap, not Capricorn, but it's easy to say Cap, so, you know, you're my Cap. But you guys, it can be hard to step away from convention in a way, and the way things have done and have been traditionally done, because I do see Capricorn energy as being very traditional. Like it's ruled by Saturn. It puts in the work. It's hardworking. It's diligent. It's effort. I think you guys are having like a big revolution over this moon that's actually waking you up to the amount of like non-effort you need to put in. Like this is almost like, I feel like you guys are going from the logical people to the dreamers in a way. Like, and not to say that you'll ever be such a dreamer that you'll be like, you know, not have any root in logic, but I think you guys are just getting a little bit more creative and a little bit more fun in your life in general, really. Capricorn can become a little stoic. It's like this Hierophant energy that is, you know, he's traditional, he's teaching, he's standing up there, you know, people come to him, they listen to him, they trust him because he's, you know, he's a priest. He's connected to spirit, and he's connected to, you know what, he kind of like holds the key to spirit. And it's interesting because I've never actually noticed that, I've never really seen that, but I feel like with you guys, for some reason it's coming up. Like you've thought the key to your success was following the rules, was tradition, was working hard, was diligent effort. And I'm not going to say that it's not, but I am going to say that what you're moving away from and moving towards is a lot more creative thinking. It's more from the heart than it is from the head. I think you guys are letting go of things that felt a little constricting, a little confining, a little bit like, you know, I think you guys want to travel. I think you want to explore. I think you want to see the world. Like you guys really feel as though, you know, maybe this is even feeling like you just want to like pack your bags and move somewhere, like go on a trip, go on an adventure with this 3 of Wands and this 6 of Swords. It's kind of like you wanting to leave things behind and pack up and sort of like move on in a way, and not sort of take all that baggage with you. And so, you know, it's really a feeling over this moon of you coming back into connection with your creative side, with your creative flow, with the part of you that isn't so traditional, that isn't so, you know, likes to do things a certain way. It's a bit more like free flowing, and like this is Aquarian energy, you know, it's standing up and literally revolution. You know, this is the rebel. This is almost like revolutionizing in your own life. And it could be for some of you guys that you're literally like resisting some of the things that the tyrannical government that we are currently underneath is trying to enforce upon us. But you know, it's also just like having a revolution within your own life and moving on and allowing things to be different, allowing things to be a little bit more fun and creative. Yeah, because I feel like we have the Magician. Listen to me, can't talk. Magician, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse and the 6 of Cups in reverse too. So it's like your inner child is calling for you to stop ignoring it, essentially. Like, it's a simple message, like pay attention, because you're wanting to manifest a different life, but you're always, well, not so much different life. Like, I think your life is great, your life is fine, but it's just manifesting something that feels different, something that feels a little bit more exciting, that feels like you can express your creativity with the knowing that you will be provided for, that you will be cared for, that you will be nourished, that you're not going to lose out because you're following the creative path. Because a lot of us can be taught that, you know, growing up, that we have to, in order to be successful in life, in order to have the things we need to get by in life, we have to follow a traditional route. And the truth is that we don't. We don't. And I think you guys you've been blocking your intuition over this entire thing, and that's why this moon is coming out to wake you up and to sort of say, hey, look, the Magician came out underneath the Hierophant. How do I create my own sense of freedom? How do I create my own connection to God, to spirit, to source, to the divine? How do I create the life that I'm calling to manifest, instead of, you know, believe, like, this is like going against tradition. I feel like this Magician is like, is this 2, 1? We have 1 and 5. Okay, so that makes 6, which is balance. So this is literally going to be balancing you between tradition and what you know works, what you've known to work in the past, what has worked out, and where you're feeling called intuitively, feeling wise, naturally to go, because you're being called somewhere else. And I think you're so logical sometimes, Capricorn, like you're an earth sign, you're practical, you like the practical things. You don't want to be like up in the clouds like a airy fairy hoo-ha. You want to be down on earth making practical reality. And so this is almost like, see how they both got their hands up? It's all about connecting with the divine for you. It's about, and this Uranus genius, Uranus is like a bolt of lightning that comes through and shakes up everything. Like you might even have a spiritual encounter over this moon that shocks you and shifts you and revolutionizes the way you see reality, the way you see your life, the way you see your future, everything. You might even be like looking back on past relationships and people that friends that you've sort of been around, and like looking at them with like a magnifying glass and seeing things differently, maybe more for what they are, or what they could have been but never were. I don't know why I'm getting that, but for some of you guys it's almost like some things could have worked out but they didn't, and so you're sort of going through that and taking a look as to like why. But this first house, the body in reverse, has that been there the whole time? Because I'd never noticed that. Interesting. Anyway, in reverse, you guys rule the bones, Capricorn. You are the skeletal system. You are known to have like really good bone structure, strong bones. You know, you age well. I feel like your body is changing. And that could definitely have to do with the fact that I feel as though you're moving forward and you're not being so like hell-bent on like needing to even look a certain way. Like, yeah, you might gain weight or you might lose some weight or whatever, and it feels as though you've been really quite attached to traditional, could even be traditional standards of beauty, Capricorn, where it's like, I need to be this certain way in order to be worthy. That is all going to be sort of brought to the light over this moon. You're needing to like get back into that emotional body of yours and to really pay attention to your intuition, because your intuition is trying to come through. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Capricorn, my camera ran out of memory while I was filming your reading, so I literally just had to go spend half an hour emptying out the camera so that I can finish literally the last minute of your goddamn reading. So I don't actually really remember entirely what we were talking about, but I did pull the Protection Guardian card for you. Drop your shields literally just after the camera stopped. So, you know, this message is essentially about you dropping your shields, dropping the way you feel like you need to express yourself in this world, and creatively expressing yourself. You know, what did you love to do as a kid, Capricorn? What did you get like to creative ways did you use to express who you are? I feel like it's that this moon is bringing up like a revolution in the way you see yourself and in the way you interact with the world, and you're just coming at things with a lot more fun. Like, you know, inner child sort of stuff is coming out, and, you know, working together with all aspects of you rather than just maybe the ambitious side, or, you know, all that sort of stuff. So anyway, Capricorn, that is what I have for you, my loves. This is Douglas. He wants to say he loves your toe. So yeah, if you guys resonated, let me know what's going on with you. You can comment down in the box below, as well as if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that in the description box, and head to my website, crystallinepriestess.com. Yeah, and I think that's what I have for you. I keep like, it's hard to remember what to say at the end of these. Oh yeah, check out your song. Make sure you check out your song, and make sure you watch a video for your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, and anywhere else that you feel like you're feeling called to listen to it for, because I trust your intuition. If it resonates, it resonates, you know. This is one of those things. So anyway, I love you so much, Capricorn, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your full moon reading, my love. So, vibes, your vibes. I feel like, Aquarius, you have changed. You are different. It feels as though you're in a completely different space to you were a year ago, essentially. You know, we always are, but it feels like things have really changed for you. Like, you're in a much healthier vibration than you were a year ago. Things just feel really, really different. So you had 12th house escape come out with the water element of sensing, which is interesting because the 12th house is ruled by Pisces, obviously a water element, who is also ruled by Neptune. So some of you guys over this full moon might literally be feeling as though you need to go for a swim, getting it out in the ocean and actually like getting the salt water on your skin, or even, you know, if you got a lake and pool around you, whatever, just submerging yourself in water I think will be really beneficial for you over this moon. I feel as though with escape and friends coming out, there is something going on with your friendship circle, and especially you have your 4th house being activated over this moon, Aquarius, especially if you're an Aquarius rising. But essentially the 4th house talks about your roots, it's your family, it's where you've come from, essentially. And with 11th house coming out with friends, and you rule over the 11th house, Aquarius, this feels like possibly friends from the past may be coming back to resurface, or even subconscious thoughts, feelings, just experiences that you've had with friends sort of coming to the forefront of your consciousness in order for you to sort of like move through it. With sensing coming out, I do feel as though you're really in tune with the people around you. You're really in tune with your family as well as your friends. It's interesting, like I feel like you, Aquarius, people don't really think of Aquarius as being like a super psychic sign or anything, because you guys are quite like logical in a way. But at the same time not, because you're super duper rebellious and all that sort of stuff. But I think you are practical. You do think about like the logic side of things. Hello, my love. But yeah, I just feel like you are really in tune, especially with 12th house and water element coming up. It's like, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it just feels as though like you might even be having like experiences with friends where you feel like you kind of like just can hear what they're thinking, sort of thing. It's really random, but yeah, this feels like this moon is helping you to sort of even possibly escape toxic friendship groups. And it's allowing you the ability to sense when something is for you and when something is not for you. Oh my god, my dog is so excited that my partner's home. That's the thing too. You guys might be like, someone might be returning. Wow, as I said, that 6 of Wands coming out. Someone might be returning to your life that honestly really makes you feel good, that really makes you happy, that puts a big smile on your dial, especially with that Knight of Cups. You have literally the 6 of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So there definitely could be someone reaching out to you over this moon that shocks you, or just like offers you something that is really, really something that you can be excited about, something that you can be looking forward to, essentially. It's kind of like whatever it is, there will be success, you know? Someone's offering love, someone's offering care. Could even be a friend, like literally, you might have a friend over this full moon that reaches out and offers you something. Or even like a new possibility for life, even like they restore in you a sense of excitement, something, oh my god, something that you can walk towards in, you know, joy, in love, in harmony. So you have the Chariot and the Devil in reverse, which is really, this energy is awesome. You had Death come out as well with the 6 of Swords. Like I just said, Aquarius, over the past year, you're so different right now than you are to a year ago, sort of thing. You're completely different, and that's because you're moving on. See this Death card with the 6 of Swords? Like, you're literally allowing things that have to die to be dead. It's just allowing what needs to end, letting it go, moving on. This is literally the card of moving on from death. So for some of you guys, you might have actually even physically experienced family members or even a friend. For some of you guys, this could definitely be that you lost a friend recently or just within the past few years that really, really got to you. And so this is you finally maybe coming to terms with that, accepting it and moving on, moving into the, you know, calmer, healthier, happier waters once again, and releasing the attachment that you had to that grief and sadness sort of thing. But for other of you guys, you know, it is just letting things be in the past, letting things go, not allowing the anxiety that you've been moving through to get to you so deeply anymore. This is pretty much like releasing it. And for some of you guys, it definitely does have to do with family. Family has sort of blocked you and kept you stuck. You know, you've wanted to like remain, what's the word? Like, oh, what's the word? It's like on the tip of my tongue. Loyal. Yeah, pretty much loyal to your family unit. And for some of you guys, it's not really plausible anymore. It's maybe that your friends are more family than family. You know what I mean? Like sometimes that's the case. Sometimes our real family isn't exactly great. And so we need to like incorporate our friends as being our sense of family, you know what I mean? So this is what I like. I love this Devil in reverse and this Chariot energy. This is literally moving in the this Chariot, it takes a risk. It's like, see how he's literally zooming on, like he's literally zooming on into his future. He's being led by, see the stars at the top there? He's being led by spirit. He's paying attention to the stars, you know, he's paying attention to where he feels as though he's actually physically being guided. And he's no longer allowing himself to stay connected and attached to the toxic habits he has, to the toxic, you know, people in his life, to just whatever it is that's holding him back, because it's going to be different for absolutely everyone. But essentially it's just letting that end and moving forward and being different, choosing to be different, choosing to live life differently. Like the Chariot is literally calling, that's pretty much to me is you moving in the direction of your destiny. So, you know, there's a lot, this is really cool. So this moon's going to be like activating, like this is a huge moon for everyone. There's not a single reading that I've done that hasn't been like ridiculous. 4 of Wands, literally. Stability, celebration, having a happy home that feels safe, that feels comfortable, that feels like something you can really, really enjoy. And what did I say before? Oh, that's because I'm thinking of your song that I was listening to. We're in a different room. It literally feels like you're in a different space. You're in a different place than you've been in your past. You have the opportunity now to release things that in your past you couldn't. And this is going to take working with people, working together with. I really feel like you guys are going to be having a lot of interesting experiences with the friends that you have and that you hold dear and that are surrounding you. Because there's a lot more love here for you than you've experienced in your past, is what I kind of want to say to you, Aquarius. So it's interesting. Your energy is kind of like pretty straightforward. You know, I don't really feel like I need to like delve too much more into it, because it's pretty obvious. Like you're going to be having a lot of success in moving into this direction. It could be that you need to like connect a little bit more to your spiritual side and to that intuitive side that's trying to lead you somewhere. You know, in your heart you know where, but it's about paying attention to the subtle things, because it's all subtle. And this is something that I used to think like back in the day, because I always wanted to be like psychic or something like that, but I never really understood. You know, I just thought you were kind of like, it was a big deal thing, like you touch someone and you're like, oh my god, you're gonna die on the 6th of September, like 2023, whatever. Whereas now I realize, now that I do all this, and the feedback I get is always so amazing, and I just look at it and go, what the heck? The truth is, it's subtle. It's the subtle things, it's the subtle thoughts, feelings, sensing. That's what it is. It's sensing. It's sensing the things that are not sort of right there in your face. It's sensing the subtleties. So your ancestor message, my friends, is medicine, guardian, be open to healing information. Someone else got this too. I think that might have been Gemini. But yeah, essentially this is a really healing full moon for you guys. It's going to be really activating. It's a really allowing, I love this death card. It is allowing you to transform everything, to like let things go, because when one thing dies, something else is reborn. So what is it that you're trying to rebirth? You know, where do you want to go? I feel like you want something that feels stable, that feels inclusive, that feels like you can, you know, celebrate and enjoy yourself and feel like you don't have to like fear so much anymore. It's like an energy of just wanting to be at peace. And that's what I feel like this moon is going to be bringing up for you, Aquarius. It's like going to be bringing you peace. Be open to healing information. So pay attention to the subtle things, to the way you feel, to the little things, lyrics, song lyrics, you know, just stuff that pops up and surprises you, because everything sort of has a message. Like nothing is a coincidence. And as your bottom of the deck energy, you have star ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. Like literally what I was just saying. Following your intuition. What is your soul telling you to do? What are you feeling like you need to move towards? Some of you guys have ancient Egyptian past lives, or you have ancient Egyptian ancestry. You know, it's just somewhere in your vibe. Which, you know, Aquarius, y'all are aliens, so this card doesn't surprise me at all, because you are most likely a starseed. If you are on here watching this, you are a starseed. So anyway, Aquarius, I'm not going to delve too much more into that. It's pretty straightforward. Be open to receiving the healing that you are ready for, my friend, because it's time to like turn your friends into family and to create the family that you really feel as though you know, you're destined. It's like soul family, soul tribe. This could even be like literally soul tribe. Spirit family. Kind of what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I love you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that in the description box below. You can go to my website, www.crystallinepriestess.com, if I can speak. I swear to God there was something else that I was going to say. I can't remember now. Anyway, check out your song and make sure you watch for your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. At least you can watch anything else as well for anywhere else in your chart. Use your own intuition. It's up to you. So yeah, that is what I have for you, Aquarius. Also, I'm getting this strange message, like some of you guys, your hair's going to look really nice over this full moon. Your hair's going to look damn nice. Anyway, I love you so much, and I will see you in the next reading. Aqua, peace. Hello Pisces, welcome to your reading. You are my last reading of the day, and I'm feeling quite chuffed about that. It's been a long day. Okay, so firstly, I think over this full moon, you're going to be feeling a little bit raunchy. I feel like you're going to be feeling a little bit on the sexually activated side, my friend. So, you know, just feeling a little bit, what's the word? Explorative, a little sensual, all that sort of stuff. Don't be surprised if you do feel like mating over this full moon, because, you know, it's Taurus full moon, it's happening in the 8th house. 8th house rules over sex and stuff. Kind of makes sense. So for my Pisces, especially Pisces rising, this is going to be activating your 3rd house of siblings, communication, you know, close proximity, people in general, close proximity. You know, this is like small town sort of stuff. I feel like Sagittarius rules like the wide world, and Gemini kind of rules like our small hometown sort of thing. So, and the 3rd house is ruled by Gemini. You know, that's why I'm bringing it up. Anyway, Christ. What I'm getting for you guys is this is a really powerful moon to help you get like clear on your feelings, especially in regards to your work and what you want to share with the world. You literally had North Node, Life's Purpose, and Capricorn I use come up. So North Node, oof, I love talking about North and South Nodes. I've really got to think about it, because I find that they're one of the most interesting parts of your astrology chart, essentially, because your North Node, it's the direction that you're supposed to be moving in life. And the interesting thing is the nodes are about to change collectively. You know, I think it's at the beginning of next year, the nodes are going to change from Gemini North Node and Sagittarius South Node to Taurus North Node and Scorpio South Node, which I have natally, but the opposite way. So my North Node's in Scorpio. What's interesting is, you know, I think this shift in the nodes is going to create a very different feeling that we have collectively, and I think it's going to be bringing you into a feeling like I'm feeling stability, of course, because, you know, Capricorn is an earth sign. Earth signs are stability. They're practical. I feel like you're feeling out with this Cancer. Ooh, and underneath that we have Grand Trine Blessings. I love that. So, you know, you're feeling out how you want to approach your legacy, how you want to approach business, how you want to approach scaling, growing, you know, becoming a little bit more practical in this earth. Like, what are you using? Using your emotions, using your feelings, using your intuition to guide you into the direction of your life's purpose. And as you do that, blessings. You're going to receive blessings. Libra, underneath that, I balance. Underneath that, we have 8th house. Beginnings, oh, that's funny. Beginnings and endings, and underneath that, we have Taurus, I have. So, you know, how on point is that? Like I was just saying, the nodes are moving to Scorpio and Taurus. So I feel like this is going to actually really be beneficial for you. This moon is going to be very beneficial for you because it is already, like, it's in Taurus. It's activating this need to step into your life's purpose. And for some of you guys, like, your life purpose could literally have to do your Pisces intuition with sharing your psychic gifts, just creative gifts even, because even if you don't like consider yourself like, you know, you don't have to be a tarot reader or an astrologer or anything like that to like be activating your powers and using them that way. You could just be an artist, you could be a painter, you could be a writer, you could even be like a psychologist, like someone that just, you know, you just get people. It's going to look different for everyone, but essentially I feel like what's really coming up for you over this full moon is just the fact that you're going to be feeling out your blessings, and that's going to come with stepping into your North Node. So it's definitely important for you to take note of where your North Node is, what house and what sign it is in your chart natally. You know, it's free to do that, so you might as well. And even if you don't have your birth time, you can still find out the sign that your North Node is in, which is still relevant. You know, everything's always better if you have a birth time, but you can still kind of get a bit of a picture without it. So we have King of Swords coming out, so clarity. Yeah, like literally I feel like you're gaining clarity on where you can put your energy when it comes to building a legacy. Because Capricorn, this is feeling to me as though it's like it is about your legacy. It is about like, what are you trying to build? What is it that you're trying to create? You know, it's not something that you just want to snap your fingers and have done. It's something that you're literally working to build, especially with the Nine of Pentacles coming out. I love that, because this is something that you've had to work on individually within yourself. Don't tell me you get the High Priestess. Come on, Pisces. Wow. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. So yeah, judgment call, making a judgment call, literally like having a good long think about what you're doing. What are you doing? What are you doing? Where are you going in life? I feel like this is really, really nice energy. I like it because it's felt like a mystery. It's felt like something that's been like sort of hard to quite understand about yourself. It's almost like I could feel, Pisces, with you, that you try different things. Like you have your hand in one pot while you got your hand in another, and then you see something else and you're like, oh, I'll try that too. Because it's like, you know, there's so much to experience in life, and sometimes you guys just want to experience as much as you possibly humanly can. And so it stops you from actually focusing on something the same way Capricorn would. Because, you know, Capricorn energy sees its target, it locks in, and it just is like, I'm going to go for that. That's all I want. That's all I see. I'm just going to make that happen. It's the goat that just like climbs that mountain, and you just go, how the hell does the goat climb the mountain? I have no idea. Only a Capricorn does. So, you know, for some of you guys, this is definitely coming into a lot more balance and harmony when it comes to trusting your intuition, trusting the voice of your own soul, what comes through for you, feeling how powerful your intuition is. Because the High Priestess, she's silent power. She doesn't need to go out and like tell the whole world how connected to spirit she is, how connected to God she is, how much knowledge she has hidden beneath that, you know, hidden behind her. She just sits and does her thing. She connects. See that moon down there at the bottom? She connects with her intuition and doesn't feel the need to be overt about it at all, because it's not something that requires that, you know. She's not letting her ego get in the way. She's allowing herself to just be as she is, and she knows that her power will be felt by the right people when. So, you know, I think you guys are going to be feeling into this a lot. There's a lot of feeling energy. And, you know, Pisces, you are the kings and the queens of feeling it out and going with the flow. You know, mutable water, man. Mutable water. We flow in, we flow in, we glow in. So, with this Lovers in reverse, seeing the card you have in the reverse, it kind of feels as though... I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to grab a clarifying card. I haven't really done this, but I feel like I want to clarify this before I talk about it. Lovers, please. Yes, knew it. Should have just said it. Bottom of the deck, the Magician, rebuilding. You are creating a new life after heartbreak. That's what it is. I was literally going to say, like, I feel like a relationship in your past didn't work out, or a couple of relationships haven't worked out, and it left you with a sore heart, you know? It left you feeling betrayed. It left you feeling like complete and utter poop. This is the energy of a divorce, of a breakup, of a heartache, of a heart being ripped from its freaking... ripped from the chest and thrown on a spike. You know what? I just saw that, you know, that Simpsons episode where Bart falls in love with his next door neighbor, and then she gets with Jimbo, and then Jimbo reaches in and rips his heart out when she ends up with Jimbo. That's what I'm saying, okay? That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, literally, this is gaining so much more strength, courage, and independence after going through something that felt as though, like, it literally just, like, I'm seeing that heart as though it's, like, you know how it's like, what am I trying to say? Like getting deeper on the swords. I don't know how to say it. it's getting pushed further and further down. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you just keep stabbing in further. So I feel like this moon is really, really integral in like reminding you of that power, like that magician, that you have the ability to create the life that you want, and you know what that is now, and you're stepping into that purpose. And whatever it was that happened, it was designed to activate you into stepping into your purpose and to get clear on what it was that what it is that you need to be doing. I feel like with this Nine of Pentacles, you know, you're going to be feeling pretty focused, as well as with that Capricorn. Yeah, wow, this is really on point. Like, strengthen the Tower. Having the strength to move through uncertainty, having the strength to move through situations that felt like they were just almost too much to bear at times. Like the Tower card is one of the most difficult cards in the entire deck to deal with, really, possibly even the most difficult, because when it comes out, you see how they're falling from that castle. It is not a nice feeling. It's lightning has come in and struck the boat, my friends, struck the boat. Like, you've had to be really, really strong. You've had to really like put in the time, put in the effort, and try to maintain like a sense of identity, really, because like things can get really, really dark for us Pisces. When things go wrong, you know, we are known as being the martyrs, and I say we because I'm a Pisces sun, but we are known as being the martyr at times. You know, when things get tough, we can think really beautifully and be such dreamers, but we can also really think negatively as well. And that's what I think people don't always talk about, is the fact that Pisces can not only be just like so enthralled by the beauty and magic of life, but they can also be like completely controlled by how bad and miserable life can be as well. So Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck, that's that intuition again, talking to our guides. See how he's literally talking to that little fish. You know, you have guidance, a lot of guidance around you. You have a lot of angels, beings around you that want to remind you of how happy you deserve to be, and to bring out that inner child within you that just like wants to play and be creative and explore and enjoy life again. Queen of Wands, yes, I love this. Queen of Wands with Temperance, healing your confidence, healing your sense of self-care, self-love, healing your sense of, you know, your own power really is coming up. Literally, your self-power with that strength and like the Queen of Wands. And this Temperance with the Queen of Wands is really giving me like you coming into balance and harmony with who you are and who you're especially for a lot of you guys, it's your spiritual connection. Healing that. Healing it and trusting it and believing it, because you are so much more psychic, so much more clued in than you think you are. You kind of convince yourself, Pisces, that you are a lot less like equipped than you actually are. And with this Two of Wands coming out, you know, this is the moving on. This is leaving one world behind to step into a new one. And I feel like what you're leaving behind is this tower and this strength, like having to keep holding yourself up, really, through really painful, traumatic times. I feel like this is coming to an end 100%, because you're stepping into your purpose now. You're stepping into your soul's calling. You're stepping into where your heart wants you to go, where your intuition is guiding you to be. So let's have a look at what your ancestors want to say to you right now. There's a lot of abundance here. You know, Nine of Pentacles is a lot of abundance. It's someone that has worked for their abundance. They've had to put in the time and effort, and that's that Capricorn energy. Like, sometimes Pisces, we can just hope that, you know, we can imagine it and it's all just going to work out for us. But Capricorn knows that they need to put in the time and energy and effort as well. You can't just think it and it's going to be there. As much as we wish it would, it isn't. So bottom of the deck is Drum, Dream and Journey. So many people have got this card. Everyone is really getting like, dreams are being really like brought to the surface at this time. People are really thinking about like where they are going in life. Feels like one of those like pivotal moments. Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted. You're birthing something beautiful, Pisces. You really are birthing something beautiful. So trust in it. Trust in yourself. Trust in the guidance that comes through you. You know, when you wake up in the morning and you've got like a particular thought in your head or whatever, write it down. I feel like you guys need to be like a lot more connected with, see how she's got that moon on her third eye once again. That third eye wants to speak. You're extremely sensitive with this Cancer, I feel, you know, as well. Really, really sensitive. Some of you could even have your North Node in Cancer. But, or your midheaven in Cancer as well. But essentially, what's coming through over this moon is that, you know, just take care of yourself, love on yourself, and give yourself exactly what you need, because you are healing. You're coming to like I think Pisces, you're going to realize that you're a lot more healed than you thought you were at this point. Temperance with the Queen of Wands, you already have this confidence within you now, and that Strength card in the upright, you know, you already have so much power and so much strength. And High Priestess, like, you know all this, it's just that you might not have been able to like physically bring it into reality and have this sense of like self-assurance, whereas what's coming up over the moon is that you are going to start to step into that, because you're going to realize that you can't get anywhere without that sense of self-assurance anyway. So, you know, the more you care about the way you think about yourself and the way you attack life, you know, not attack life, but approach life, the more blessings that you're going to allow to bring into your life, because you need that balance. You need moderation in ego, essentially, like, because Pisces, you can become either too much ego or you can be not enough. Like, it's kind of finding a balance in the middle. Like, I really don't like it when people say like, oh, I've transcended my ego. No, you haven't. Saying that means you haven't, because you can't. It's just stupid. I really, really don't like it, because we can't transcend our ego. Our ego is there. It exists. It is, you know, it's always going to be there, but it depends on how you use it. How do you work with the ego? Because without the ego, you know, you're not going to take care of yourself. And with an ego that's too big, all you care about is yourself. So it's finding harmony and balance between all that, and really, really, you know, getting to a comfortable place with that, like a trine. Like, see, we've got 3-3. Maiden Mother Crone, the triple goddess up there, and then we have this trine. So 3 is also coming up for you. But, you know, 3 of Swords as well. Like, things happen in 3s. You've probably gone through like 3 big deal experiences, and now Spirit is allowing you to let it all out, Pisces. Let it all go. Let it all go. Balance it all out. Be free. Allow the blessings to come in. The more you can relax, the more you can, and, you know, express yourself the way you really want to, instead of holding yourself back all the time because you don't want to like rock the boat or whatever, the more blessings you're going to experience. Listen to me, I can't even talk anymore. So anyway, I need to stop talking now. I love you so much, Pisces. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know if this resonated. You can, you know, send me a comment. I love to know what's going on with everyone. If you want to book a personal reading, you can do that in the description box below. Head to my website, crystallinepriestess.com. Make sure you check out your sun, moon, rising sign, and as well, you do have a song, so make sure you check that out as well, because there's usually always extra messages in the song. So anyway, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, beautiful Pisces. I will see you in the next video, and have an amazing Taurus full moon partial eclipse. Peace.